ringing non-stop. The whole band calling, saying I set them up. I'm crying and bawling. Situation, Maduro, Semino. ¿Qué fue lo que hice? Romper un plato, bailar con tu tía. Mi nombre en una lista negra por una simple tontería. What did I do? Persona non grata, mi utelva muse. So I lit parata and drink my Grey Goose. I did plan to parar in Caracas this year, but your cuss and your fuss and your people declare persona non grata. Why you call me that name? Persona non grata. Lord, you make me feel shame. Persona non grata. Why you call me that name? Persona non grata. Lord, you make me feel shame. Persona non grata, me utelva muse. So I lit parata and drink my Grey Goose. I did plan to parang in Caracas this year, but your cuss and your fuss and your people declare persona non grata. Why you call me that name? Persona non grata. Lord, you make me feel my parang band, Baron two was coming for Spanish woman, promising he go sing Maria, Maria. Now los aquí across the Gulf of Maria. Persona non grata. Why you call me that name? Persona non grata. Lord, you make me feel shame. Had my cuatro tuned up, new maracas too, real ready to cantar and bailar with you. They send a ver nota, a diplomatic note, keep you late, no airplane. They say I can't take it. Persona non grata. Why you call me that name? Persona non grata. Lord, you make me feel shame. The phone ringing non-stop, the whole band calling, saying I set them up. I'm crying and bawling, Carone laughing me in my situation. Maduro, Semino, going to that name. You make me. ¿Qué fue lo de un plato, bailar con tu tía? Mi nombre en una lista negra por una simple tontería. What did I do? Persona non grata, mi utel va muse. So I eat barata and drink my Grey Goose. I did plan to parang in Caracas this year, but your cuss and your fuss and your people declare. Why you call me that name? Persona non grata. Lord, you make me feel shame. You call persona non grata. Lord, you make me feel shame. So I'll eat barata and drink my Grey Goose. I did plan to parang in Caracas this year, but your cuss and your fuss and your people declare. Persona non grata. Why you call me that name? Persona non grata. Lord, you make me feel shame. Was to be a fun thing with my parang band. Baron 2 was coming, Spanish woman, promising he go sing Maria, Maria. Now los aquí across the Gulf of Paria. Persona non grata. Why you call me that name? Persona non grata. Lord, you make me feel shame. Had my cuatro tuned up, new maracas tú, real ready to cantar and bailar with you. They send a ver nota, a diplomatic note, keep you late, no airplane. They say I can't take both. Persona non grata. Why you call me that name? Persona non grata. Lord, you make me feel shame. The phone ringing non-stop, the whole band calling, saying I set them up, I'm crying and bawling. Carone, laughing me in my situation. Maduro, Semino, going to end Thailand. Persona non grata. Why you call me that name? Persona non grata. Lord, you make me feel shame. ¿Qué fue lo que hice? Romper un plato, bailar con tu tía. Mi nombre en una lista negra por una simple tontería. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Persona non grata, mi utel va muse. So I'll eat barata and drink my Grey Goose. I did plan to Caracas this year, cuss and your fuss. Persona non grata. Why you call me that name? Persona non grata. Lord, you make me feel shame. Persona non grata. Why you call me that name? Persona non grata. Lord, you make me feel shame.
Don't talk to me right now. Mic check, mic check.
Persona non grata, me utel vamos so I'll eat barata and drink my Grey Goose.
Welcome, 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 one and all, to the Slimy Show. Broadcasting on the Slimy Show on the Workers' Right 868 on YouTube, on the Workers' Right 868 on Facebook, on X, on Twitch, and also on the Workers' Right 868 website. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the show. Let me see, hold on. I have three main stories that I want to speak to you guys about. Lifesports 2.0 came out today in the Express newspaper. I like to go over that with you guys. I like to speak to you about war, and I like to speak to you. Well, most of all, the stream is mostly. I want to focus on the Vincentians today because you guys have some serious pressure over the next weeks. So, as usual, we get started with a prayer.
Reminder of the imperial arrogance that has long treated Caribbean lives as expendable. Let us be clear, this is not protection, this is recolonization. Trinidad and Tobago's alignment with US military objectives marks a catastrophic betrayal of the Caribbean consensus that our region must remain a zone of peace. In a single stroke, our leadership has reversed decades of struggle towards regional autonomy, from the Federation dream to the founding principles of CARICOM, by inviting a foreign power with documented history of anti-Black, xenophobic, and extractive aggression into our waters. This government has traded the dignity of the people for the optics of proximity to empire. We must name it for what it is: the sale of sovereignty dressed as diplomacy. What we are witnessing, the invasion of our Caribbean waters, the killing of 32 men on alleged drug boats without due process or evidence, is not justice. It is murder. It is imperial violence dressed up once again in the rhetoric dog whistle of security and war on drugs. Again, let us be clear, this is not about drugs. It is about natural resources. It is about oil. It is about power. The United States, abetted by local collaborators, has long used narratives to justify control over territories rich in natural resources and geostrategic access. Our region has been a pawn in their empire building for centuries. With the apparent coming now of our own leadership, the cycle continues. To our goodly Prime Minister, Legion empire is not leadership. It is the mimicry of colonial power masquerading as progress, even as it alienates us from our Caribbean brothers and sisters who continue to insist on peace, independence, and regional self-determination. I write not as a partisan. I have long unsubscribed from our party-led politics, nor do I subscribe to the bankrupt capitalist system that sustains them. I write as a Caribbean socialist, aligned with the unrealized visions of those who imagined freer, fairer, more humane futures for our people. From Claudia Jones to Una Marson to CLR James to Morris Bishop to Audre Lorde to Sylvia Winter, may they all walk in power. Their work reminds us that another world was always possible, even when empire insisted otherwise. What we face now is a moral and ideological crisis, not just of governance, but of imagination. It is time to we must begin to dream again, knowing we do not have all the answers, but still willing to painstakingly envision a brave new hybrid, uncolonized way of being, living and thriving outside of the death-riddled machinery of capitalism and militarism that has never served us. Caribbean sovereignty is not for sale. Caribbean lives are not collateral damage. And peace, true peace, must never be bartered for power. I am taking this public stance for my baby girl so that one day when history measures who stood silent and who spoke, there will be record that I did not sit idly by. However small, inconvenient, maybe terrifying or inconsequential it may seem to some, silence in moments such as these is complicity. So I stand here today for my daughter, for children, for those not yet born. Let this be on record. I am Abeo Aisha Christabel Jackson, 6th generation American from the lineage of Amphi and Bashana Jackson.
Amen. So let's begin. How are you guys doing today? Welcome to the Slimy Show. So how are you guys feeling about these military exercises that Trinidad is conducting with the U.S. military? You know, Kamla tells you stay calm. Mr. Sobers tells you stay calm. It's nothing to worry about. It's just routine. But once again, Trinidad and Tobago, you have found yourself in the eyes of international media. And one eye in particular is Mr. Jackson Hinkle. And I've featured videos about him in the past. And today, oh my God, why does it look like this? Hold on one second. Let me adjust the slide. It doesn't look right. It's not perfect, but it's a little better. All right, let's see what Jackson says about Trinidad and Tobago.
Let's talk about this. So, folks, we are at a very interesting hour with regard to the Venezuela-U.S. military standoff. The USS Gerald R. Ford has landed in the Caribbean. It is docked in the Caribbean. We have satellite confirmation of this. Earlier today, November 16th, appears to show the USS Gerald R. Ford and her carrier strike group in the Eastern Caribbean, positioned near Guadalupe and Dominica and the Les Antilles, 350 miles from the coast of Venezuela. So, USS Gerald R. Ford has Iran can take a sigh of relief. Also, Iran can take a sigh of relief because it is raining cats and dogs in Tehran today, and they needed that rain very, very much. But Venezuela, on the other hand, is not in a good position here with this. I mean, now the United States on these USS aircraft carriers, they have more fighter jets on these aircraft carriers than the entire Venezuelan Air Force. As for troops, this brings the troop level to about 18,000 U.S. troops, which is in no way, shape, or form enough troops to stage some sort of a successful invasion of Venezuela. Venezuela has, I forget the exact number, I think it's 200,000 or 350,000 active duty personnel in the Bolivarian Armed Forces. They've got another 1.2 million in reserves. The Bolivarian People's Militia has like 2 to 3 million people. I mean, this is no laughing matter. It's not going to be an easy task. 18,000 U.S. troops are simply not capable of this task. Which is why a lot of people have been talking about the story of decapitation strikes being presented as an option here and the likelihood of it actually being carried out. Now, Donald Trump was questioned about whether or not he is going to carry out some sort of a military operation while he was on Air Force One just yesterday, and he said, I sort of made up my mind. Yeah, I can't tell you what it would be, but I sort of have made up my mind regarding the Venezuela military operations. I watched the full video. There's no real indication as to what Trump might or might not be thinking we should do in Venezuela. And, you know, I guess if I were to say anything from the video, his demeanor, his tone, it didn't really seem like he was all that sure that he had made an idea as to what they're actually going to do. It seems like right now, okay, we have all the aircraft carrier strike groups here. We have all the military personnel here that were set to be deployed. Also, right now, we have some other information I'll share with you. Caribbean Flash, U.S. MQ-9 Reaper drones are in the Caribbean. F-35s,
How are your skies in Trinidad tonight, guys? I've heard multiple reports that you guys are seeing a lot of weird drones flying all over the sky in Trinidad. Is this true? Do let me know.
You fit.
One thing I want to remind you guys, we have a tip line. So if you have anonymous tips that you would like to tell us and to broadcast on the show, you go to the Workers' Right website, workersright868.com/tips, and you can enter tips anonymously and send in to the show. So I want to hear reports. I've already heard reports from like people down south. They're telling me that they've spotted like these weird drones going back and forth in the sky. Let me know if that's true or not. And how are you guys feeling about that? But stay calm. Stay calm, according to your leader.
54 precision bombs and USS destroyers off the Venezuelan coast. Exercises with the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force from this Sunday to November 21st. So if you remember a few weeks ago, U.S. military personnel, Marine Corps personnel were on Trinidad and Tobago for 5 days doing training exercises. There was some satellite imagery which showed that some what looked like very temporary, operating facilities had been established at Trinidad.
So they've come into Trinidad and they've built operational facilities that are viewable via satellite. So if regular civilians like Jackson Hinkle can view these structures via satellite, guess who else can? So now those structures that were built on your soil with the permission of your leader, Kamla Prasad Bisesa, are now targets to be destroyed, because any attack launched against Venezuela is going to be met with a very harsh response. And I've told you guys my assessments of this whole military thing over the past. I don't think this will be the end of the. In addition to the, if he launches this attack on Venezuela, it's nothing positive can come out of this for Venezuela. So what is this? Is he trying to intimidate Maduro even more? But Maduro does not seem to be bending. Let's carry on.
And Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago, by the way, I'll remind you, war is about a 16-minute boat ride, a speedboat ride away from.
We famous, guys! We famous!
Have to wait and see what the United States is going to do here. Of course,
how embarrassing
I'm of the opinion
is
that this is a horrible idea to invade. It's a horrible idea to do decapitation. So this is really big for a number of reasons. Sure, okay. Sure, buddy. Sure. He's saying that at the same time that the U.S. is bombing citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, claiming that they're Venezuelan narco-terrorists, right? Totally not a U.S.-controlled regime in any way, shape, or form, right? Totally not a U.S.-controlled regime in any way, shape, or form. So, not a U.S.-controlled regime in any way. Totally not a U.S.-controlled regime in any way, shape, or form. So.
Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. And to hear people go on social media and support this kind of nonsense. To hear this coming from your leaders, the distraction, the deflection, stay calm, it's okay. The United States is here to help us build schools and and to help us build roads and help us with our infrastructure. It's very frustrating.
This is really big for a number of reasons, because now we're in a waiting game. We simply just have to wait and see what the United States is going to do here. Of course, I'm of the opinion that this is a horrible idea to invade. It's a horrible idea to do decapitation strikes. It is not going to be a simple task. This is not going to be a successful operation, whichever way they try to go about it. The Venezuelan Minister of Interior has come out and said, be ready because an action could happen at any hour, which is true. The U.S. has been doing test flights with, I believe, the B-1 bombers near the coast of Venezuela during daylight, and we could very well see something very substantive happen at any given moment. At the same time, Venezuela has ordered a general mobilization. The armed forces are now fully deployed, as are field camps. Instructors without insignia have already been spotted in the country. What is that about? Well, a lot of you have probably seen my videos covering the Russian military aircraft that have landed in Caracas. Russian military aircraft that, by the way, previously were transporting Russian mercenaries around Africa. So there's a lot of speculation as to whether or not
That's Wagner, the Wagner Group. He can't say Wagner because he got into trouble with YouTube last time reporting on the Russian-Ukraine war. So I guess one of the agreements he has with YouTube is he can't mention that mercenary group. But anyway, the Wagner force is in Venezuela. Their plane is in Venezuela. The plane that they use landed in Venezuela last week. So it's there and they're ready and they're preparing. And what you should know about these guys is they are battle seasoned. They're the best of the best. They're combat seasoned. They're fresh off the battlefield and they know what to do. And right now they're looking to sink a U.S. battleship. I would love to see that happen. But anyway, let's speculate on that later on. I got so much to talk about tonight.
Which that mercenary group, I'm not going to say the name of, its name starts with a W, are now partially integrated into the armed forces of the Russian Federation. So this is like, if they're there, this is an official deployment probably.
Right.
All of this is happening
because the reason why Wagner was formed in the first place was because in the Russian constitution there's nothing about sending Russian forces abroad to do actions in other countries. It was something in the Russian constitution that obeyed that. So a private mercenary group, Wagner, was formed with the support of the Russian government at the time. And this group, Wagner, could go all over the world and do operations on behalf of the on behalf of the Russian government. But last year, Wagner was incorporated with the death of their leader, Prigozhin. He blew up in a plane, allegedly. That's what they say. I don't believe he's dead. I think that was a psyop just to get him off the chessboard for right now. But hey, maybe he is. But since he was taken off the field, the Wagner mercenary group was melded into the Russian military. So the fact that these guys are on Venezuelan soil says that they are part of the actual legitimate Russian military, meaning that their Congress in Russia has co-signed this or whatever governmental procedures they have to do in Russia in order to enable operations on foreign soil. It's been done, and now so basically Russia is united with Venezuela with this action right here, is what Jackson Hinkle is trying to say. Because you have to know the backstory to all of this to like understand, because Jackson Hinkle, he's been reporting for years and years on this, and most of his viewers already know these kind of things. I had to catch you guys up.
Happening against the backdrop of rumors that Ilyushin, who belongs to the company, Ilyushin is the aircraft that transports these fighters, the company.
So this is a post on X by a war reporter, and like I said, you have to you have to know this kind of stuff, because you have to follow the Russia-Ukraine war. You got to follow the stuff that was happening with Wagner. Like Wagner, basically won the war for Russia at the start of this, when they conquered like some they had some very very big battles that were very publicized, and the Wagner, and because of their successes on the battlefield, because of the stuff they introduced, like the drone warfare that was started, that was all Wagner. They were the ones that introduced the stuff to us this time around. So they're a very very intimidating force. I would say almost undefeatable. And the way Russia is winning this war in Ukraine is they're deploying with the urban warfare. They're deploying 6-man teams. That's it. They're not going in with huge battalions and conquering territory. They're going in with small teams, like 6 men at a time, with drones, with the artillery, and air support, and they're going and they're like literally taking over building by building, and that's how they're doing it on the battlefield. It's not like what you've seen in the past, like past movies with like tons of men on the battlefield. They're shooting it out in trenches. No, it's not like that at all this time around. And these guys are seasoned in 2025 combat tactics, and they are in Venezuela. Very very scary for the if you were a U.S. Representative, you wouldn't be happy about this.
Is another way of putting the name of that mercenary group. Is visiting Caracas more and more often, and Caracas is beautiful at sunset. Senior military officials presented President Trump with updated options for potential operations in Venezuela on Wednesday, including attacks on land targets, according to several sources familiar at the White House.
All right, next slide. Jackson again. All right, what is up with the size of this? Hang on, let me adjust this off the air. Oh, that's much better. Okay, let's go. I think the video is too big.
Manipulate the truth for political survival. So, Congressman Jimenez put this out, and then less than 24 hours later, we see this. 3 transmission towers in the Juan Antonio Sotillo municipality, Venezuela, have been attacked and collapsed. Now, the U.S. government is claiming that this is as a result of, just negligence and mismanagement. And, Jimenez is saying, this is just a corrupt Maduro regime. They can't even run their own power station.
Pay attention to this. Pay attention to what he's about to say next. What is going on? No. All right, pay attention to what he's going to say next, because you guys have heard this in media, in social media, all over the place, that Venezuela always has power outages, and all of the citizens are complaining about their electricity. It's so bad and it's so mismanaged. Listen to the real reason why there are power outages in Venezuela. And I've told you this before in the past, so if you're a Slimy viewer, you should already know this.
That decisive hour is imminent. Act now at this very and collapsed. 24 hours later, we see this. 3 transmission towers in the Juan Antonio Sotillo municipality, Venezuela, have been attacked and collapsed. Now, the U.S. government is claiming that this is as a result of, just negligence and mismanagement. And, Jimenez is saying, this is just a corrupt Maduro regime. They can't even run their own power stations properly. Venezuelan opposition leader Marina Corina Machado has called on the Bolivarian National Armed Forces to lay down their arms and cease following the orders of the Venezuelan government. What is going to happen is already happening. That decisive hour is imminent. Act now at this very moment. Lower your weapons. Do not attack your people. Make the decision today to stand with Venezuela's freedom when the precise hour arrives. So at the same time that they're doing these false flag operations on Venezuela's energy sector, you have Maria Corina Machado coming out, this Zionist U.S. pawn, CIA pawn, saying like, you just need to lay down your arms. The country is buckling at the hips. It's all a bunch of BS. Okay, if you have followed the recent reporting by the Gray Zone, you would have seen the story.
Maria Corina Machado is like the Kamla Prasad Besessa of Venezuela.
By Wyatt Reed and Max Blumenthal,
and she got power. Imagine that.
Not just interviewed Jordan Goudreau, who was the man tasked and paid.
Imagine if Marina got power in Venezuela.
2020,
she'd be just like Kamala.
Change efforts against President Maduro in Venezuela on behalf of this Floridian, Gusano, CIA State Department operated infrastructure network to try and topple Maduro, but also. In the Gray Zone article, they go through extensive interviews with the key interlocutors from the Trump administration, like Kraft, like Cohen, like Esper, other individuals that were involved with this from the Venezuelan expat community, the treasonous actors were involved in trying to take down Maduro. Jordan Goudreau, in his FBI interviews, he literally said every single time the power goes out in Venezuela, you know that the CIA is operational there. And the FBI interviews with those who are working with Juan Guaido and the CIA and the U.S. State Department, they actually bring up specific instances from 2019 to 2020 when oil refineries blew up, killing dozens of people in Venezuela, when power generating stations blew up, causing people to go without power for weeks on end. And they admitted that the CIA was behind all of this. So I would imagine that the situation has not changed since then. And what we're seeing now with these attacks on Venezuela's energy infrastructure are yet again more CIA, entanglement and intervention inside the sovereign affairs of Venezuela. Now, the important thing that you should take away from this story is that we have two major escalations taking place right now, and a lot of ambiguity from the Trump administration as to what they're actually going to do. The first major takeaway is that we have escalation with the USS Gerald R. Ford. Actually, we now have three major escalations over the past 24 hours with regard to the U.S. and Venezuela. Number one, the USS Gerald R. Ford has landed in the Caribbean. Number two, the U.S. has redeployed Marine Corps personnel to Trinidad and Tobago, just 16 minutes away from Venezuelan territory, to do training operations. And let's talk
about training operations. The United States has this tactic of doing training operations right before they launch strikes or they launch actual operations. For example, right? 9/11. You guys all heard about 9/11, the infamous 9/11, when these planes crashed into the Twin Towers in New York. Well, it just so happened on 9/11, the United States Air Force was doing a training exercises to simulate exactly that. They were doing a training exercise with the air traffic controllers, with the United States Air Force, and the jets that were deployed from the Air Force were actually sent out over the ocean instead of being left to patrol the skies. So when it comes to training exercises in the United States, you always have the reason why he says it like he uses the finger quotes is because training exercises are used most of the time to kick off actual operations. And if something was to kick off from Trinidad, because the United States needs a land base in order to attack Venezuela successfully, they need land. They can't do this from the water or from the sky or from United States territory. I explained that to you before. Because wherever attacks are launched from, they are, and these guys, Maduro and Russia, Iran, all these guys are actually playing by the book. So if, let's say, a strike is initiated from Trinidad soil, then Trinidad has the right to get the shit bombed out of it. And it won't be just the area, because if Trinidad does that, then we have literally declared war on Venezuela, and then Venezuela will do the same back to us, and then it's open market, open season on Trinidad. They won't just stop with the place that launched the attack. They would go after the ports in Trinidad. Funny how the UNC is talking about rebuilding ports. Isn't that funny? Stick a thumb in that later on, because someone, where did I see that? Someone made a post where these corporations like to go bomb out countries and buy them up for pennies on the dollar. Could it be like what are they planning to do something like that in Trinidad? I'm asking you guys this. I don't know. Like Gaza. You know, Gaza has this beachfront property, and you heard Trump talking about he's gonna build a Trump Riviera in Gaza because all of that prime beachfront property. So how is, I don't want to think about that. It's terrifying to even imagine Trinidad being put in this situation.
You now have these CIA operations inside of Venezuela targeting and blowing up power infrastructure inside of Venezuela to try and deprive the Venezuelan people of their energy, as they blame this on the Maduro government. So all of these three things taking place at the same time, I would argue, is not some sort of a coincidence. I would argue is the staging, is the preparation for some sort of a larger action against Venezuela, which may or may not involve strikes on the Venezuelan government.
How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel? While Sean Sobers is out there telling you to stay calm. I don't want to play this. So, with all of this happening, this morning, Nicolas Maduro, Maduro should be in war mode right now. He should be like with his war hat, with his war boots on, getting prepared to kick ass like he was last night. But this morning, this is how he was. Position.
Segundo punto de trabajo. Peace, peace, peace. Hacer todo por la paz. Como decía John Lennon, ¿no? Alcer Nazaret, ¿cómo era la canción de John Lennon?
Thank you. He's singing. John Lennon. What is wrong with this man? Come on, Nicholas. Get them cojones back. Get them cojones back, papi. I don't like this.
Para las más jóvenes, busquen la letra.
No. No.
Es una inspiración para todos los tiempos. Es un himno para todas las épocas y generaciones que dejó John Lennon como regalo a la humanidad. Que viva la memoria eterna.
All right. You know what? Let me resize that video. Resize that video. I think I got this. What I'm doing with the slides is I'm stretching it out to the max. I need to make it much smaller. All right, let's try this. This is a little better. It's getting there. I get the hang of it.
Segundo punto de trabajo. Peace, peace, peace. Hacer todo por la paz. Como decía John Lennon, ¿no?
He's singing John Lennon. What is wrong with this man?
John Lennon. Imagine a picture. Mira, son jodedores, ¿vale? Qué canción tan bella, la letra.
Come on, stop this.
Para las más jóvenes, busquen la letra. Es una inspiración para todos los tiempos, es un himno para todas las épocas y generaciones que dejó John Lennon como regalo a la humanidad. Que viva la memoria eterna de ese gran poeta y música, John Lennon.
Maduro need to ball up. You need to ball up, Pap. That's not good. And this was him just last night. Let me resize this video for y'all. Like all my video slides are not messed up. Perfect. All right, this is going to be a long. So you guys get your popcorn. You guys get your popcorn, relax. I'm in my Hamas mode tonight. You see me, I got my Hamas gear. I don't know how to tie this like a real Muslim. So I gotta take some classes on that. I wanna have it like the fighters do. I'll get it. Anyway, back to Maduro. So we're supposed to be preparing for war right now. And here he was last night.
Estados Unidos, a quien me dirijo en este momento,
This is what I want to see.
frente a estos 100 juristas de 34 países, para decirle: paren la mano enloquecida de quien ordena bombardear, matar y llevar una guerra a Sudamérica, al Caribe. ¡Detengan la guerra!
Stop the war.
¡No a la guerra!
No to war.
Y el pueblo de Estados Unidos tiene que jugar un papel estelar en este momento para detener lo que pudiera ser una tragedia para toda nuestra América.
All right. That's how we're supposed to be, Nicholas. I want to see your country's attacked by these gringos. I want to see you fighting. I want to see your spirit. I want to feel that fighting force. Right? I want to see this, Nicholas.
Gandhi Arocha, 20 años, boxeador, va a ver la técnica del boxeo. A ver.
I want to see you bobbing and weaving, Nicholas, just like that. Come on, Papi. How can you not love this leader? How can you not love Nicolas Maduro, a leader that's actually standing up and fighting for his people? He's uniting his people. Venezuela is on fire right now. How can you hate this man? I have such a great love for Maduro, and the strength that he possesses. Imagine being someone and knowing that there are people around you that are having thoughts about killing you. Like he could, even though he has a relatively good, before this he had a relatively nice life in Venezuela. I would see him driving around town, him and his vice president Delcy. What an amazing couple, what an amazing leadership team. And seeing them rule their country, run their country, and resisting imperialism, it makes me so proud. And this is why I say, Venezuela, you would love and more and more and more. And it totally shocks me that Trinidad and Tobago is literally miles away from Venezuela, and we know nothing about this country, nothing at all. We just listen to what the news tells us, and we believe everything. It's so disappointing. But yet you guys would look at Ibrahim Traore, the leader of Burkina Faso, and you would love and adore this man, right? But he actually is fighting the same battle as Nicolas Maduro. But the difference between him and Traore is Traore got his power by force. Nicolas Maduro was elected. And forget the nonsense that the media keeps telling you that he lost his elections, he never won an election. It's all BS. At least 60 to 70% of the Venezuelan people support Maduro. And that statistics has been like that for quite a long time now. Oh, slide. So I want to transition back to St. Vincent. Let me do that again. I have allergies, please forgive me, people. Alright, let's play this again. I'm not looking at the chat, forgive me. Let me just open up this chat, see what's going on here. Not much, that's alright. Okay. Nicolas Maduro in fighting mode.
Gandhi Arocha, 20 años, boxeador, para ver la técnica del boxeo. A ver.
Está haciendo una exhibición de boxeo con el cantante de hip hop Gandhi Arocha, de verdad. Toda la destreza de ambos.
What a lovable guy.
Gandhi Arocha.
All right. So now we're going to transition into the St. Vincent side of our story. So St. Vincent's, if you're in the stream, I'd like you to like and share. If you're enjoying the content, like and share. This message is now to the Vinci people. If you're Trini, you can turn off and go do something else for a few minutes. But I wanna.
Persona non grata. Why you call me that name? Persona non grata. Lord, you make me feel shame. Persona non grata. Why you call me that name? Persona non grata. Lord, you make me feel shame. Persona non Maria, Maria, Navolos, Across, the Gulf of Paria. Persona non grata. Why you call me that name? Persona non grata. Lord, you make me feel shame. Had my cuatro tuned up, new maracas tú, ready to cantar and bailar with you.
Election time in St. Vincent is here. What's going on here? This look like more than an election thing going on here.
There we go.
What you wanna see?
Did
No. 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 There we go. All right. I need you guys to listen up. Listen up, listen up. Listen up. Let's get serious. Let's get serious. Let's get serious, guys. You listening? You listening to me? Let's get serious. St. Vincent. You know what? Like and share the stream. If you know someone from St. Vincent, tag them on this. Share this to one of your Vinci friends, because I have a message for the people of St. Vincent specifically. You know, because evil is coming to your land, St. Vincent, and I want to spread some sunshine, some sunlight, some education on what you are about to face within the next 2 weeks. You guys have elections on the 27th. Well, you're about to be bombarded by psychological operations, and demons are coming to your soil. I must admit, right? I know nothing about Vincentian politics. I don't know anything about your politics. I'm not here to tell you who to vote for, who not to vote for. But what I am coming here to tell you is whoever this crew that I'm about to tell you about supports, That is the crew you are not to support. You have a bunch of misfits coming to your country, and they're gonna be partying with one of your political parties. I would say our assassins, because they assassinated the economy of Trinidad and Tobago. But I rather call them prostitutes or whores, because they sell and they rent out their mouths and their tongues and their lips for the highest bidder. And it seems right now someone in St Vincent is paying the best price. So guess what? All the scumbags are headed to your country. One thing I must say about, like I said, I don't know much about the politics in St. Vincent, but I do know your Prime Minister understands what a zone of peace is. I do know that your Prime Minister has been one of the heads, one of the responsible, stable heads in this whole shitstorm that is happening in Trinidad right now. And if you have a party coming from Trinidad and Tobago, the leading party, the party that has our country in shit right now, that now we have military bases almost in Trinidad, like makeshift military bases. We could be a military target. Do you want this in your country in St. Vincent? So whatever party that these demons are coming over to try to tell you to vote for, don't vote for it. Because if that happens, Kamala Prasad-Bissessar would have a teammate. She would have an ally. Because right now she's all alone in CARICOM. And you should understand, if you're Vincentian, I know you Vincentians are not as stupid as Trinidadians, because I know you guys come into the E and Alien chat, and I see you all, and I know you read the chat of Trinidad and Tobago are. And I know you guys are not that dumb, right? So this psychological operation that's coming to you, you're gonna hear a lot of good things. You might even hear yellow is the code over in St. Vincent. I don't know. Some. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wasn't that video the video I just played just now? The people were wearing yellow and red outfits. Oh my fucking god! You're gonna start hearing yellow is the code in St. Vincent. Don't fall for that psychological operation like the people of Trinidad and Tobago did. Otherwise, you're gonna end up like us. You're gonna have a leader that will now be embarrassing your country on the international scale. Then all of a sudden, let's just pretend. Let's fast forward 2 months. If you elected a leader that Kamala Prasad-Bissessar can get along with, because she's all alone right now, right? And that's good. That's right. You know, everyone is supposed to stand united against Trinidad and Tobago right now for the shit that they're doing. But they're trying to come destabilize your country right now. You, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, their eyes are on you. So now they will be sending their demons, their hellhounds. I could only call it hellhounds, men of questionable sexuality. And if you look at them, you look at all of them. They all have this tinge, this sweetness about them. This, you don't know if they like men or if they don't like women. All of them, they all have this fancy, this flair about them. And verse that I want to read to you, added at the start of the show. Let me see if I can put it on right now. Here it is right here. Jeremiah 2. I brought you into a plentiful land to eat its fruit and its goodness. But when you entered, you defiled my land. You made my heritage an abomination. Jeremiah 2:17. So, my people of St. Vincent, the same media team that fooled the people of Trinidad and Tobago, the same media team that is still fooling the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Oh, my name is Slimy, by the way. I should have introduced myself at the start of this. You guys may not know me. This is the first time you getting forwarded a video from someone from Trinidad. I'm Slimy. Like and share, like and follow. Follow me on the Slimy Show. We're broadcasting right now on 5 platforms. The Workers' Right 868 on Facebook. The Workers' Right 868 on YouTube. The Slimy Show on YouTube. We're also broadcasting on X and Twitch and the Workers' Right 868 platform. I am not on Fearless tonight because that son of a bitch didn't give me his stream key, so we're not on the Fearless network for tonight. But hopefully we will be in the future. What we intend to do is we intend to form a team, non-partisan. Even though Fearless will be coming on with that P&M bullshit, I'm against that. We are all Trinis, and we. True patriots, we all think alike. We all want the best for the country, so we have united, and what we intend to do is deliver accurate and true news to you. If the government, no matter what party is in power, if PNF is in power, UNC is in power, whoever is in power, we aim to be independent journalists and to deliver truth and factual news to you. When the government is doing shit, we will point it out, and this goes for Trinidad and Tobago, the Caribbean, and the entire South America. If I do get Spanish viewers in the future, which I do intend to, I'm going to have a live translation service up where you can actually read what I'm saying in Spanish. So back to St. Vincent, back to my people, my Vinci people. Oh, why is this slide? Let me fix this slide again. Hold on. Alright, all of my slides are messed up because I resized them all wrong. So let's do this over. Alright, good. How you guys liking the show so far? All right, so let's get back onto demons. Let's focus on demons. A few of the demons that I'm telling you about are right here. Listen to this demon right here.
So earlier,
this is a demon.
Look at how long it takes. Begging for the right thing. I'm begging to go and smoke. I'm begging all you for all the commitment to go and drink no alcohol. I'm begging for all the commitment to
so check
go
this, right?
and party, lime, gamble, run woman. I'm begging all for all the commitment for nothing negative.
So check this out. This man already has his plane ticket booked. Let me tell you this right now. He already has his plane ticket and his lodging and everything booked. Right? It's all an operation that is planned. The whole team, the whole fuck your head up team that worked in Trinidad is now transporting their wares over to you. So I'm trying to make you guys, trying to wake you up. Wake up, St. Vincent. This is what's coming to you. I'm not telling you who to vote for, but I'm telling you, whoever these people support, those are not the people you want to support. Okay? So back to this shit. So he's begging for money from people. when he already knows he has his plane ticket booked. So I guess what he wants now is pocket money or whatever to beef up. Like when he goes to St Vincent, he have extra money to spend. So now he went out to his people last week, begging them for money. Please send me money so I can go over to St. Vincent to destabilize their elections, to destabilize their country, to fuck up their country like I fucked up Trinidad. And this man is one of the main mouthpieces of the UNC. Whenever there's some kind of bullshit that the UNC wants to propagate onto social media, the first spot they go to is these guys, because they're on 7 o'clock in the morning. They're the first slot, so they are the first to get whatever psychological operations they want to push onto the people. This right here, these demons.
Let me finish off with Baopo. Look at how long I take begging for the right thing. I'm begging to go and smoke. I'm begging all you cook for all the commitment to go and drink no alcohol. I'm begging for all the commitment to go.
And pay attention to this, right? This is a Trinidadian podcast. Asking for money from Trinidadians so I can go over to St. Vincent's to fuck with their elections. This is what is happening here right now. And I don't know, I'm not exactly sure if you can read the chat, but if you, I have this video posted up onto my, the Simon Show YouTube channel. You can actually go onto here and read the chat that is happening. This is all a total psychological operation. They have bots. Some of the people are actually that stupid, but they actually have bots programmed in this chat that go in and repeat the messages of the day. Whatever. Let's say it's right now the message they were pushing is the leader of St. Vincent, Mr. Gonzalez, is he's into fraud, blah, 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 whatever bullshit that you're trying to push. We all know that is shit. Right, you saw tons of videos that comes out and explain to you what open market is. Let me just add an extra point to the open market thing. Right, when a property is put onto open market, the property owner, when he sells, he is selling to was spent in building this building, in constructing this building, and also to make a profit. So when a building is put onto open market, the shit you're hearing these people saying, oh, HTC subsidized, get that bullshit out your head. It's an open market property put on the open market to make a profit. Okay? So all the subsidized whatever, this property is now actually generating income for the country of Trinidad and Tobago. So ignore the psychological operations, ignore the lies that these people are trying to push onto you. Just understand the term open market, and that's all I have to say about that. I don't have to go into anything else.
Gamble, run woman. I'm begging all for the commitment.
I need a run woman. No.
For nothing
not this
negative.
Man.
It's for something positive.
Destabilizing another country's election is positive. Getting rid of a man that is supporting the zone of peace, according to this man, is positive. So, like I told you before, Kamala needs a partner with her to go along with her bullshit of the Caribbean is not a zone of peace and da 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 da. If Trinidad, I'll tell you, the reason why Trinidad and Tobago voted this party in is because we wanted something better. We wanted a better future. We were hoping that this party would come in and provide jobs for the people. On April 27 of this year, every employee in Trinidad and Tobago was getting paid. Up until that time, what the hell is happening right now? Now I'm getting and thank you guys for sending in the tips to me. Someone wanted to highlight that URP workers are still not getting paid. How fucked up is that? It like the small man everywhere in Trinidad and Tobago is getting attacked left and right by this government. And this St. Vincent is what will be coming to you if you let these people come over there and fuck with your head. So I'm trying to my goal is to
Right.
make you be aware of this shit.
Something.
These guys are coming over to you. Ian Allen is already there. Another one of the UNC mouthpieces. Be aware of this nonsense. Be aware of whatever party they choose to align with, and you don't align with them.
The people are arranging everything. Because based on what I know, so I will know how to talk to the opposition, to make accommodations accordingly, but not accommodations, but to let them know how much people are to be secured, whether it's be 4, 5, 6, 1. Much I'm talking too much. Let me don't let us know for you all. And how things moving fast, and we need to head to St Vincent. Barpo, sorry about that, my brother.
So this is how this scam came about, right? This is how this scam came about. So Anil Roberts, and you know what? Now that I think about this, this seemed to be something planned, and maybe. These people over here to come over and help destabilize your elections, this had to be planned in advance. So after Anil made this thing, you know, you should all know, like, this man was in charge of one of the biggest thefts of state resources in our country, Mr. Roberts, and somehow he is in government. I wrote an article on why governments like not governments, why corrupt governments like to deal with compromised people. And there's nothing but compromised individuals in this UNC government. And one of the most compromised individuals is Mr. Roberts. Tell me about that accident he had a couple months ago when it's alleged that he ran a light and got into an accident and a citizen was killed. Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to that? You know, is this politician? Is this man here untouchable? Why do they keep using this man as their pit bull, their mouthpiece? So now these demons are focused on your country, and this is how the whole thing went about. So he went on his podcast, the Douglas Politics, made these atrocious claims, and when it was said that night, everybody like hearing it would believe it, because this is a so-called politician. He's supposed to be a man of authority who we are supposed to trust, right? But instead, this seemed to be the purpose of revealing this whole thing with Gonzalez. It seemed to be like almost covering his ass and destabilizing your elections all at once. So now this man is in hot water. Don't think of this man, Anil Roberts, as a man that you should trust, a man that you should believe in. People of St. Vincent, he's a demon, and this is how the psychological operation continued the day after. So like I told you, he uses this program, the Ground Report, to spread his poison, to spread this message. Whatever nonsense, whatever agenda that the UNC wants to put out for the day, they go on to this show right here. So here he is, bright and early, 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, spreading this shit.
And the crime rate in Trinidad and Tobago is taking a dip downwards.
Which is a goddamn lie. If the crime statistics in Trinidad and Tobago was taking a dip downwards, the crime statistic would be posted bright And we're still seeing crime proceed as normally as it did in Trinidad. No crime is abating, no crime is stopping, nothing is getting better, but yet still the government is coming out to you. These demons, these psychological operators are coming out to you to mess with your head. Like what citizen in his right mind would believe that warships are out in our ocean would actually help make anything safer in the country?
Further, Kamala Prasad Visesa wants it to go down nearly to zero. She wants to keep us safe. And while she is doing this, up jumps this big belly 6-star general, the man who feels he's a topper from St Vincent, and attacks my prime minister, our prime minister, Kamala Prasad Visesa, in the most vile, undiplomatic, inappropriate manner, calling her misguided and saying that the CARICOM needs statesmen and stateswomen.
It does.
Like who, Rowley?
Yeah.
Like who? The star boy of stupidity from Dominica, Skerritt?
Yeah.
Like who? Mia More Motley, who
Yes.
can't even answer a simple question. Who asked her?
All better leaders, all better leaders than this man right here. All leaders of CARICOM that stood together. The only clown government that broke this whole zone of peace thing was this country right here. And now they want to bring this over to St Vincent to maybe have the United States have another spot where they can land troops. Don't allow this shit into your do what if you can. As fast as you can, by whatever means necessary. If you have to pelt stone at them, do it. These demons out of your country because they're coming over there to mess with you.
Snapped on her soil. This rat jump in and start at the prime minister. Tell you better leave my prime minister alone. Because as soon as that happens, I say, there is something, there must be something making this man cling
This
to
is going to be a long stream.
Something motivating.
All right, this is going to be a long stream. It's going to be fucking long. So get your popcorn. You know, got it wrong because we're going to be doing live sports after this. Live sports too. Maybe I should have done that first. You know, but we're doing live sports after this. So get your popcorn. Gather around, get yourself comfortable, share the stream with your friends. Life Sport is next because it came out in the Express today, and I'm gonna read the article for you guys, and oh, you're gonna fucking love this. You're gonna love this, and I'm going to present it to you. So, in the Express article that came out with Life Sports, and I want that to be my main focus. In the Express article that came out. If you read it, you wouldn't understand a goddamn thing, because no one was named. They didn't name anyone. They just kept giving references to places and people and events. But I used artificial intelligence, Grok, to decipher I told Grok, hey, go on this article. Decipher this, understand, get all the data, and tell me who the missing people are. And you'll be surprised what Grok had to tell me, because Grok named names, and I'm going to name names next, because one of these people were and I'm going to name names. Of the $8 million payout, we have proof. We have definitive proof. We can actually name a name of who received two people actually, because they're basically named. But we're going to reveal that when we get into the live sports section of this show. If this is something that interests you, and it should interest you if you are training, because you should want to know who stole $430 million from your country. And why is this man not in jail? Why he wasn't treated like Brent Thomas? Huh? I heard Brent Thomas, he went over to this hotel in Barbados, and the TTPS went and retrieved him. Wow! I wish they could do something like this to this man for the crimes that he committed against our country. But yet still, he's allowed to roam free, and now another citizen is dead because of him. We go talk about the accident he had. I'm going to get myself in trouble. I'm going to get myself in trouble. I'm going to get myself in so much trouble. Persona non grata tonight is Mr. Anil Roberts.
Me jutel vamuse, so I lit parata and drink my Grey Goose. I did plan to parang in Caracas this year, but your cuss and your fuss and your people declare persona non grata. Why you call me that name? Persona non grata. Lord, you make me feel shame. Was to be a fun thing with my parang band, but on to a scum. Aquí across the Gulf of Paria, persona non grata. Why you call me that name? Persona non grata. Lord, you make me feel. To cantar and bailar with you. They send a nota, a diplomatic
motivation. And lo and behold, this man, married to Eloise Gonzalez, a citizen of St Vincent and Trinidad and Tobago. Her father was Dominican, and her mother was Trinbagonian. And they have 2 children, Storm and Soleil, who have dual citizenship. But this small, tiny family of 4, this family of prestige and elitism that has lived off the largesse of the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines for decades, gets the opportunity under the PNM to get 3 houses, not 1 house, not 2 houses, but 3 houses at Victoria Keys. And Keith Christopher Rowley yesterday jumped out to defend his friend, Big Belly 6-star General Ralph Gonsalves. And Keith Rowley made it worse for Ralph Gonsalves, because Keith Rowley said the UNC did Victoria Keys and they raised the prices and the values of those apartments and condominiums to 2.5 to 3.5 million. Yes, but Rowley sold it. Rowley's PNM sold it to Ralph Gonsalves' son for 1.96 million, a profit, an increase in assets of over what?
All right, enough of that shit. I hear it in my mouth. It's annoying. It's embarrassing. All right. Section 28 of the Integrity in Public Act states that matters of a confidential nature in the possession of persons in whom this part applies shall be kept confidential unless the performance of duty or the needs of justice strictly require otherwise, and shall remain confidential even after separation from service. I'll get to that later. Oh, so do you know with this whole HDC stuff that happened, that HDC fired 90% of the staff because Penny called for Anil to be arrested or investigated based on based on him violating and this stuff right here. And apparently in a cover-up, he went ahead and fired 90% of the staff at HDC. So now there's no one at HDC that can actually go and investigate this stuff to find out who did what, who did where, when, why, like what the hell is going on, whatever. But I would like to tell you this. If you were fired if you were one of the people fired from here, please give me a tip. Go to workersright868.com/tips and leave me any information pertinent that you would like to hear me report on this show. Because what is happening here, what this government is doing, especially this most recent act of firing the HTC staff. Don't you guys say cover up? Don't you feel a cover up here going on? I'm not even showing you the slide. Hold on. I'm talking about the freaking slide, but I'm not showing you. But one good explanation that actually summed this up very nicely is this guy right here. And I have the same questions he does.
I'm going to take a very different angle here on the recent claims involving the Gonzalez family and the HDC units at Victoria Keys. I've reviewed all of the publicly available videos and publicly available documents, and from everything I've seen, I actually don't see a real issue here. The HDC units at Victoria Keys appear to have been put on the open market for sale at market value rates, available for anyone to purchase. It appears that the Gonzalez family spent 4.9 million TT of their own money to purchase 3 units. A quick search on Google shows me that units at Victoria Keys are priced at a comparable rate. So what's the issue here? My real problem here is this. For many years now, in my opinion, several large social media figures, including some of whom are in government today, have poisoned politics in Trinidad and Tobago with hatred and propaganda, pushing false narratives on the population. And this is coming to St Vincent. They have become very skilled at packaging speculation and conspiracy theories as fact. But in my opinion, when you look into it, it looks like a lot of nonsense. With all due respect, if the junior minister has serious concern of wrongdoing here, why not go to the UNC Attorney General? Why not go to the TTPS, the Integrity Commission, the courts, like a real functioning government would do? Why is the minister running to social media with government documents in hand, which don't actually show any wrongdoing that we know of, screaming into the phone with wild accusations? I really wasn't going to say anything on this topic. I don't know all of the facts. My background is in national security, it's not in the HDC. But what pushed me to make this video is what I saw next, which I view as morally and ethically disgusting. The minister continued his rant online, calling out Gonzalez's wife and children, showing the home address, email address, phone number, and identification number of Gonzalez's young daughter in Trinidad. You have to imagine for any young woman, especially a woman living alone, that would cause serious concern
grave security risk, grave security violation, grave violation of their privacy and security, and there needs to be a account. There needs to be something done about this. So now, because this family's security is now compromised, it is potentially foreseeable that the Trinidad and Tobago's government will now be responsible for finding housing, three apartments at a different location for this family, or to reimburse them their money, because now they can't live there anymore. That apartment is useless to them because they no longer have the shield of anonymity. So if someone wants to because of all this innuendo and nonsense that's going on, what if a crazy wanted to go do something to the Prime Minister and or his family or something? Now they know where to go. So the Trinidad and Tobago government come up with up, so you have to now be responsible for finding these people safe housing and reimbursing them for the money that they invested in our country, because one of the agents that you have in your government that you put out there went and did this. Now you have to be held responsible for their security considerations. They should technically have a security team assigned to them right now.
Tobago government ministers calling out the wives and daughters of their political opponents, This is where politics in this country has reached. This is shameful and it's disgusting. In my opinion, some of these large social media figures have poisoned politics in Trinidad and Tobago and bring very hostile and dark energy.
Did you hear what he just said? Some of these large social media figures have poisoned politics in Trinidad and Tobago. And this is now coming to you, St. Vincent. Don't be like us. Learn from our mistakes. Learn from me. Listen to me. Whatever team this party is coming over to support, you totally reject. Please, God.
Energy with them, which now bleeds into the governance of the country. Once you're sworn into office, you are no longer a political commentator.
Correct.
You are not a celebrity on a reality TV show.
Correct.
You're not an entertainer.
Correct.
You're not an opposition member. You are a government minister.
Correct.
You are paid by the people to do a job.
Correct.
And your job, respectfully, is to govern, not to run a YouTube circus and call it transparency. To some of these social media figures, please take my advice. Take a break from the internet. Go govern the country like you were sent there to do. Work to improve the lives of everyday citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Please. Thank you.
Well said, brother. Well said. Well said. All right. So now I want to go to transfer into Lifesports 2.0. All of that, you saw all those videos already. I don't want to go to rehash this with Gonzalo because you should already understand it by now. That's a nothing burger. Oh, here's a good slide for you before I move on to Lifesports. Remember this girl? They're HDC workers. Felicia said the PNM would fire HDC workers. She helped the UNC win, and now the UNC fired you yesterday.
Threatened over 500 jobs in HDC. That is how they take care of you. Brothers and sisters, there is sun on the horizon.
All these traitors, all of these traitors. So people of St. Vincent, beware. I brought you into a plentiful land to eat its fruit and goodness. But when you entered, you defiled my land and made my heritage an abomination. Jeremiah 2:7. My people of St. Vincent, don't let this happen to your country. Right now, you have a respected leader in CARICOM. I don't know what the hell his politics are. I do not know. I do not care. All I do know is he is trying to protect. He is banding with CARICOM. He's been a stable force. He is a stable force. He's one of the people that's speaking out against this zone of peace, against this military aggression that we have in our waters. And St. Vincent is a country that is dependent on tourism. What is going to happen to the St. Vincent economy with all of these warships in our waters? And if you, let's say you elect a demon party and they come in and they now side with the United States, because trust me when I tell you, the United States is the one who is pumping money into this campaign. Just like it did here in Trinidad, they're now trying to do over to you there in St. Vincent. Don't let it happen to you. I warned you. Now moving on to the next story. Lifesport. You guys know who this is? This lady here is a thief and a snitch. But she's snitching for the right reasons. She's snitching for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. She's snitching so that we can get some justice in this situation. Even though she stole $1 million from us, she turned state witness. Oh, And you know what? Before I get into this whole, I'm a little unsure how to present this to you guys. Should I read the Express article first and then get into a video with Jack Warner in the past talking about No, I'll read the Express article first. Let's do that. Hang on. All right, here we go. Yo, Express, whoever codes your web pages, fire them, because whoever did this web page has too many Google ads popping up on the page, and it's actually slowing it down and browsers. Look at this crap. This is the Trinidad Express web page displaying ads. So this is the article that came out last week on the Lifesports that started this whole piss with Anil Roberts going on the defensive to try to distract the people. But I want to focus you back in on this life conspiracy. Oh, let me start this. This is gonna be beautiful. You guys gonna love this. Oh, you're gonna love this. Oh, you're gonna love this shit. So I built a website for you guys. And this is, I'm gonna get into that later. Let me go into AI, into Grok. All right, so this is Grok, and Grok is the artificial intelligence that's on Twitter. So here we go. I'll read this to you guys. So this is the command I sent into Grok. Here it is right here. I'm gonna read it for you guys. Do a deep analysis on the article at and I gave a link to the Express article. That's a lot. Use all available sources to identify the named persons in that article. See that? Use all available sources to identify the named persons in that article. So what did I told the AI to go look at, to go read the Express article, understand it, then go search all available sources that you know of, and come back and give me an approximate analysis or give me a positive analysis on who are these unnamed people in this article. Because the article that came out today with the 8 million Lifesport heist, while interesting, it named no names. But we're going to name a name here tonight on the Slimy Show, ladies and gentlemen. But first, let's read the article for you. So Express, fix Google Ads now. This actually is unacceptable. Express, please fix this. So inside the $8 million Lifesport heist, Ruth Marchand's witness statement details rigged bids, fake companies, and cash payouts, including $1 million for a wedding. And this $1 million for a wedding is who is what we use to identify who received that $1 million payout. And we're going to be calling names here, people. You ready for that? You already know who this shit is, man. Come on. Yo, Express, for real, fix this. Express, this is unacceptable. Look at how your page is actually loading, and I have a pretty fast computer, and I'm streaming right now. This is unacceptable. By May 2013, Adolphus Daniel had pocketed $34 million from the ill-fated Lifesports program, the single largest payout made to any individual connected to the program. And even with his pockets already overflowing, Daniel is the technology component be added to squeeze out another $8 million for work he never delivered, according to then Lifesports Acting Director of Physical Education and Sport at the Ministry of Sport, Ruth Marchand. But after being threatened by a gangster during a Lifesports meeting at the Hazley Crawford Stadium that same year, and later issuing his own threat to Marchand at her office, Daniel vanished. So if you remember this part right here, in the last Express article, it stated that Daniel was confronted by someone from Rasta City, and the Rasta City person had slapped him up because he hadn't gotten his money, and he assumed that Marchand was snitching on him, so he went and put a gun in her face and tried to kill her. And after he did that, he was never seen from again. Shortly after his disappearance, the Ministry of Finance approved the $8 million payment. With Daniel gone, Marchand admitted that Lifesports personnel devised a plan to split the funds, concealing the crime with the creation of falsified invoices. Oh, you guys are gonna love this. Come on, computer. In a 65-page notarized statement given to officers of the TTP Crime Division in July 2013, obtained exclusively by TV6 and the Express, Marchand detailed how wheeling and dealing went down to Cabinet and budget approvals for Lifesports totaled $440,666,380 million. Part 2. And I want you guys to remember. Hold on. Let me close this voice mod. I was going to do some sound effects. All right, tell you what. Let me ease down on the CPU process for a second. Let me close some windows in the background up. Give me a couple minutes. Google Apple shit.
Persona non grata, meglio te vamo se, so all'imparata, Persona non grata. Why you call me that name? Persona non grata. Lord, you make me feel shame. Was to be a fun thing with my parent band. Baron 2 was coming for Spanish woman. Promising he go sing Maria, Maria. Now los aquí across the Gulf of Paria. Persona non grata. Why you call me that name? Persona non grata. Lord, you make me feel shame. Had my cuatro tuned up, new maracas too, real ready to cantar and bailar with you. Send a ver nota, a diplomatic note. Keep you late, no airplane. They say I can't take both. Persona non grata. Why you call me that name? Persona non grata. Lord, you make me feel shame. The phone ringing non-stop. The whole band calling, saying I set them up. I'm crying and bawling. Carone, laughing me in my situation. Maduro, Semino, going to end Thailand. Persona non grata. Why you call me that name? Persona non grata. Lord, you make me feel shame. ¿Qué fue lo que hice? Romper un plato, bailar con tu tía. Mi nombre en una lista negra por una simple tontería. What did I do? 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 Persona non grata, mi utelva muse. So I'll eat barata and drink my Grey Goose. I did plan to parang in Caracas this year, but your cuss and your fuss and your people declare persona non grata. Why you call me that name? Persona non grata. Lord, you make me feel shame. Persona non grata. Why you call me that name? Persona non grata. Lord, you make me feel shame.
No, my computer's acting like shit. All right, I'm trying to live code a site for you as I do this crap.
Persona non grata. Me drink my Grey Goose. I did plan to parang in Caracas
And we will be broadcasting the Rowdy podcast. Tune in, will you?
Why you call me that name?
Subscribe, Mr.
Feel shame was to be a fun with my parents for Spanish woman. He go sing Maria, Maria. Now los aquí across the Gulf of Paria. Persona non grata. Why you call me that name? Lord, you make me feel shame. Had my tuned up, new tú, ready to cantar, bailar with you. They send a ver no, a diplomatic note, keep you late, I do? Why?
Feeling tonight. Besides Caribbean Soul, how everybody else feeling?
But your cuss and your declare persona non grata. Why?
Alright, so I'm gonna play this video for you guys in the meanwhile so you can catch up.
I did plan to parang in Caracas this year, but your cuss and your fuss and your people declare persona non grata. Why you call me that name? Persona non grata. Lord, you make me feel shame. Was to be a fun thing with my parang band.
Work.
To us coming for Spanish woman, promising he go sing Maria Maria. Now los aquí across the Gulf of Maria. Persona non grata. Why you call me that name? Persona non grata. Lord, you make me feel shame. Had my cuatro tuned up, new maracas too, ready to cantar and bailar with you. They send a vernota, a diplomatic note, keep you late, no airplane. They say I can't take both. Persona non grata. Why you call me that name? Persona non grata. Lord, you make me feel shame. The phone ringing non-stop, the whole band calling, saying I set them up, I'm crying and bawling, Carone, laughing me in my situation. Maduro, Semino, going to end Island. Persona non grata. Why you call me that name? Persona non grata. Lord, you make me feel shame. ¿Qué fue lo que hice? Romper un plato, bailar con tu tía. Mi nombre en una lista negra por una simple tontería. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do?
The life of this is cost spent on it initially at about $6.5 million. It was reported $267 million.
Chrome fucking sucks. And all of this is happening because of this freaking Express article in the background. It like freezes up the whole freaking computer. Work. Oh, you son of a bitch. Alright, so the stream want to play? Okay. Plan B. hang on a second, guys. I actually built a web page for you so that you could better understand this Lifesports scandal better. Because there's no way in hell this entire corruption scheme happened without the knowledge of the entire cabinet and the top of the head of the fish. So this was known. This wasn't a scandal that was just linked and solely within Anil Roberts' sphere. It involved the entire UNC cabinet at that time. Every single cabinet member allegedly, and let me say, let me not, before I get myself in trouble. So look at the shit that this Express is doing. Whoever quoted the Express, whoever quoted this Trinidad Express website needs to be fired. You totally suck, and that web page is like unusable. When you go onto the web page, it's nothing but ads blasting you in your freaking face, and it slows down and crashes your computer. Damn, you code suck. I need to close out this Express web page. Because you see what this Express, and I learned this from actual coding myself, because the Google ads, it actually consumes a shitload of memory. And what it does is it goes in, installs a bunch of cookies onto your computer, it starts reading what sites you've been to and all of this other shit. So whoever did this Trinidad Express website, it's freaking horrible. The coding sucks. The web page is on article because the ads keep popping up every 30 seconds. Whoever made this page should be fired. Why is my phone ringing? Hold on a second. Hello? Hello? No, I do not.
My guest is here. He is the former minister. He is the former leader of the Independent Liberal Party he founded. He is the publisher of the Sunshine newspaper.
You can do it yourself.
He is no stranger. Let me just welcome Mr. Jack Warner. Mr. Warner, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us this morning.
Fuck you.
It is good to have you here. Lifesport is what we're talking about. It was the brainchild of Sports Minister Anil Roberts. It is reported to be one of the most expensive social programs in Trinidad and Tobago, which was designed to target criminals. An audit had uncovered that the program was riddled with financial irregularities, had coordinators with criminal backgrounds, massive fraud, millions misspent, millions of dollars, ghost centers, ghost participants, improper procurement. They said that over the period, the life of this, it cost, spent on it, it initially had a budget of $6.5 million. It was reported $267 million was spent, right up to 216, but more accurate figures put forward say that we're talking about $400 million. You were a part of the PP government. One of the areas I want to ask here is, how was this sort of situation allowed to go on? We had cases very clear where the misconduct was there. We also had, how could this report go to the parliament Mr. Warner.
How is the audit? Can you hear this guy?
In the cabinet before it was taken to the parliament, and nobody said, no, you've got to stop. I know you did. I mean, just to be fair, the current leader of the ILP, Rika Ramjit, reminded everybody that back in 2014, long before the conclusion of the audit, you called the Lifesport audit a sham, and you said that persons were not given the opportunity to be interviewed, and that is a procedural misstep. You did say also it is not mere coincidence.
And I stand by that up to today, Rennie. The fact is, this was a deliberate ploy which the Kamala Prasad Bisesa government imposed on the country and wanted to dismiss away $400 million. Let me just take you back for a few minutes.
Please.
A few years. In 2011, I was Minister of Works and Transport. Under me, you had an institution called PURE. And PURE is the organization responsible for government projects throughout the country. $500 million, $1 billion, they spend it. I was being pressured to get contractors to make donations to the party. And I refused. And the cabal got to the Prime Minister and decided to suspend PURE and to do an audit for 5 months by this very same Central Audit Committee. For 5 months, nothing happened in the Ministry of Works and Transport because they were auditing PURE.
And the audit of PURE, if just for clarity or reiteration, the audit of PURE was prompted, you say, because the contractors were being asked to do a kickback, and that was not happening.
That is correct, and I refuse. I refuse staunchly. And I want to say, when it came to cabinet, they said want an audit. I said, go ahead. And this was led by the AG, Lamlogan, the other members of the cabal, and the Prime Minister. 5 months, nothing happened in the country. And this Central Audit Committee, for 5 months, did not ask the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Works and Transport a single question. One of the best PSAs this country has ever seen. Not a single question. Never asked me a single question. So when it came to cabinet, I said, look, this is a farce. How could this be an audit when no questions, no interview of any kind were asked of me or of the permanent secretary? I repeat, the best, one of the best we ever had in this country. And they said, well, listen, we won't take it further, but we shall reopen PURE. But of course, watch yourself. That is all. I then said to them, this cannot be right, because this Central Audit Committee has been a ploy, has been a vehicle used by the People's Partnership Government to do their bidding. And I don't know if it's the same thing with this present government. What I do know, that was the role and function of that committee under Larry Hawaii and under Mrs. Prasad Bisesa.
The voice you're hearing is that of Mr. Jack Warner, former acting Prime Minister and Minister.
And I acted 5 times, eh?
Five times in the PP administration. So on the one hand, there is question about presenting this report, knowing that procedurally all the parts were not followed. But you just mentioned that the Central Audit Committee's audit in itself you thought was a farce.
That is correct. That is correct. I said so. And I said that this committee is a pawn, a tool of the government. I said it can't be right. They just dismissed me completely. And why? It's because the contractors, I said the contractors must not give any kickback to the government. That was it. And therefore the audit PURE, nothing came of it. It's the same committee, therefore, they then use to audit Lifesport, hoping and knowing full well that the procedure was wrong. Bring it to Parliament to fool the nation, and hoping that by this time, this would have gone the way it has gone. Now, what is even, for me, even laughable is the fact that this was a matter brought to the court by the PS and Ashwin Creed, not Anil Roberts. But the guy who's blowing his trumpet throughout the country is Anil Roberts.
Did you hear that?
He never brought it before the court, was Ashwin Creed. And your lawyer friend who left here a while ago, he is correct. What this has done, simply said, is that the procedure was wrong, but the merits of the case still stand. The merits still stand.
You were saying that the leader of the
Listen, understand what he
who
just
read
said.
the statement in Parliament.
Yes.
If you
You
don't
are
understand
saying
it, just
that the
rewind it
leader of
and
the
listen to it
opposition
again.
Prime
Listen to what he just said.
cover-up
That is, I say so. And
thwarting justice.
And I know there are plenty of lawyers who, of course, who can be used conveniently, and therefore I am open to be sued on that. But I say so deliberately. It was a cover-up, and when this full thing is exposed, Rennie, let me talk very slowly. When this full thing is exposed and ventilated, you will see many other persons and ministers involved in life sport than meet the eye at this point in time.
So why haven't we seen that? We are in 2025. Hold on.
I want to talk and stay behind the ball so we get
this is a weird
understanding
situation.
of
How do you
some of
fast
the
forward
players
this?
here. Let's talk about the $34 million man, Adolphus Daniel. Daniels,
I can't really
EB,
fast forward this because I'm doing
Interact was
something else in the meanwhile.
Selected
I made an organizational chart for Lifesports so I can like explain to you guys visually how this freaking fraud happened.
2012,
So
Daniel submitted a proposal to the ministry to teach mathematics and English in the life sport program throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Now, the cost.
All right, hang on.
Of the
Yeah, just listen to the video and I'll try to bring up this shot in the background in the meanwhile. You're gonna love this shit.
A total of $12 million.
I promise
what
you.
What happened, however,
if I could get it working,
on November 4th, 2012, he resubmitted a revised cost of $11 million for the first year and $11 million for the second year, a total of $22 million. And the funny part about this is that no material changes were made to the proposal. Help us understand why this was not seen and objected to more loudly by members of the cabinet, if this is correct. First of all, is this correct?
It is correct. But to go further, he had submitted a proposal for 12.2 million. Then he went and resubmitted for 11 million for 2 years. So 2 by 11 is 22. He took the 22 and added the 12. He got 34 and submitted that. And that was paid.
Understand that fraud.
This country, or in fact the Western Hemisphere.
How do you pause this?
You can find such financial absurdity as what transpired there. Nowhere. And at the time, the minister was a banker. The minister was a banker. And this was allowed to take place in the cabinet. I say again to you, Rennie, when this has been ventilated, you will see many more players who in the cabinet who were involved in this matter.
For those who are not familiar with this, understand that the reason we are going to spend the time on this is a former acting prime minister 5 times, the founder of the party and former leader of the ILP. He is Jack Warner. He is my guest this morning. We're looking into not just the ruling of the judge, which we will get to some of that later on when we get to Mr. Anil Roberts. But we're just looking at the behind the weeds, as it were, behind the crease, looking at what's happening in the bullpen. E-Beam Interact is distributed by U.S.-based Ludia Inc., which Daniel Educational System Limited being its sole Trinidad distributor. E-Beam Interact was registered in 2007 by attorney Allison Eustace Luther Roberts of Roberts and Company. He is the father of former sports minister Anil Roberts. How was it possible that these things continued to go unchecked? I mean, what is it? Folks thought that Trinidadians were asleep. I mean, what happened here?
The same way you had a cabal in the party, you had a cabal in the cabinet. And the cabal in the cabinet, they allow these things to go, and you dare not say a word because they will, of course, chastise
testing.
you.
1, 2, 3, testing.
I want you to ask the nation how the $34 million came about. How did it come about? Because at no point in time the figures add up. How did it come about?
Testing.
I'm asking you because the public
how's the audio?
asked the same question.
And I'm saying to you, when he first submitted 12.7 million, and then he went back to revise his figures
I'm
to $11
stressing my
million
computer
for
with
each year
this shit.
of the 2 years. He had all the figures together. And he said, look, pay me for what I submitted first, which he rejected. Pay me the $11 million for the first year and $11 million for the second year. Where in God's world, Rennie? Where in the world can this ever happen? And people are laughing at this country. And people here in this country are catching their nenen to make ends meet.
No work was done and he was
Not
paid.
a single thing was done. And what is even more painful is the guy up to now has shown no sense of remorse.
You have said, if you want to sue me, sue me.
Sue me?
Because you said comfortable on what you're presenting here this morning.
Oh, very. You see, if we would get some of them in the court to raise this matter, I'll be glad.
Well, Jack Warner is our guest this morning. How deep, you say this will go deep and people will be surprised. How deep do you believe this will go, sir?
Well, let me just tell you. My grandmother always told me, when a fish starts to rot, it begins at the head. I say no more.
No more needs to be said. Do you anticipate very soon we will see charges, or are you, like many folks seem to say, no matter how I turn and remind folks that we've got to make a start somewhere, and I speak of my optimism that something will be done, it seems as though a resignation in Trinidad and Tobago that nothing will come of it. Are you as optimistic as I am, or do you share that pessimism?
I must confess I am becoming more and more pessimistic because I have seen no signs of any kind by this present government wishing to go after those miscreants who robbed this country. It seems as if the relevant departments and ministries, like molasses, going uphill, and I can't understand it. How guys who on the platform during election had all the evidence, all the facts, all the statements, and now you're in government, you have become comatose.
But I do have to ask this question of you, and I know at the earliest opportunity I will direct it at the parties of the present government, but I must ask you this. Folks say it is one thing to have suspicion and a lot of reports coming at you, but when you're ready to take this to court, you must have documented proof of what you're saying. It is no longer he say, she say, he suspect, and I know this one who got so and so, but you've got to have your T's crossed and your I's dotted before you go there and make a case that falls apart really quickly.
That might have been so, and that
I don't know what Jack Warner is doing, man.
If I did not have examples of investigations taking 3 and 4 and 5 years, where is Prison Gate? Where is Email Gate? Where is Annan Gate? And so on, and this goes on. And therefore, I'm saying that is an excuse, because if you want to really press a case, it doesn't take you 15 months to find evidence.
Jack Warner is my guest. We have led up thus far.
Yeah, the audio went out on my end. I'm not hearing anything. Like everything just went blank.
Will come down. This goes very deep, and the rotting fish starts at the head.
The rotting fish starts at the head.
In the area of,
you understand that? The rotting fish starts at the head. The rotting fish starts at the head. The head. The head.
Warner, who is the founder of Sunshine newspapers, that's available for you to pick up and peruse. Usually, very interesting.
Let me switch this. Let me switch this
I'm waiting
up.
for the Attorney General and for justice to take its course. I'm waiting to see what happens coming out of the Lifesports situation. But Justice Mira Dean Amor ruling that the Finance Ministry audit of Lifesport was unfairly completed is what brought this right back up. And Mr. Warner was in a position right in the belly of the beast, as a manner of speaking, and knows exactly what took place. So in the heart of things, some would prefer that I say. I must ask you, sir, how to give me the details of how this corruption.
Hold up 1 second. Let me bring up a chart that I can actually control the audio, and cause this is good. Let me start this over. Cause I can't hear anything now. So let me delete that. All right. Let's start over.
Cabinet, they allow these things to go, and your general say a word because they will, of course, chastise you. That's what happened. I want you to ask the nation how the $34 million came about. How did it come about? Because at no point in time the figures add up. How did it come about?
Well, I'm asking you because the public have asked the same question.
And I'm saying to you, when he first submitted 12.7 million, and then he went back to revise his figures to $11 million for each year of the 2 years, he had all the figures together. And he said, look, pay me for what I submitted first, which he rejected. Pay me the $11 million for the first year and $11 million for the second year. Where in God's world, Rennie? Where in the world can this ever happen? And people are laughing at this country. And people here in this country are catching their nenen to make ends meet.
No work was done and he was
Not
paid.
a single thing was done. And what is even more painful is the guy up to now has shown no sense of remorse.
You have said if you want to
He's
sue
dead
me,
now.
sue me.
Sue me?
Because you said comfortable on what you're presenting here this morning.
Oh, very. You see, if we would get some of them in the court
Yes.
to raise this matter, I'll be glad.
Well, Jack Warner is our guest this morning. How deep, you say this will go deep and people will be surprised. How deep do you believe this will go, sir?
Well, let me just tell you. My grandmother always told me, when a fish starts to rot, it begins at the head. I say no more.
No more needs to be said. Do you anticipate very soon we will see charges, or are you, like many folks seem to say, no matter how I turn and remind folks that we've got to make a start somewhere, and I speak of my optimism that something will be done, it seems as though a resignation in Trinidad and Tobago, that nothing will come of it. Are you as optimistic as I am, or do you share that pessimism?
I must confess I am becoming more and more pessimistic because I have seen no signs of any kind by this present government wishing to go after those miscreants who robbed this country. It seems as if the relevant departments and ministries, like molasses, going uphill, and I can't understand it. How guys who on the platform during election had all the evidence, all the facts, all the statements, and now you're in government, you have become comatose.
But I do have to ask this question of you, and I know at the earliest opportunity I will direct it at the parties of the present government, but I must ask you this. Folks say it is one thing to have suspicion and a lot of reports coming at you, but when you're ready to take this to court,
what is up with this computer?
Documented proof of what you're saying. It is no longer he say, she say, he suspect, and I know this one who got so and so. But you've got to have your T's crossed and your I's dotted before you go there and make a case that falls apart really quickly.
That might have been so, and that might have impressed me if I did not have examples of investigations taking 3 and 4 and 5 years. Where is Prison Gate? Where is Email Gate? Where is
hold on.
And so on, and this goes
My
on.
video just crapped out.
I'm saying that is an excuse, because if you want to really press a case,
Fuck is going
it doesn't
on?
take you 15 months to find evidence.
Jack Warner is my guest. We have led up thus far to where we are with Lifesport. He says a lot of buildings will come down. This goes very deep, and the rotting fish starts at the head. We will see about that. I do want to get with you, sir, in the area of gentleman you're very familiar with, because he said to the Prime Minister on his...
Now my screen stopped displaying.
I am your present. My guest is Mr. Jack Warner, who's the founder of Sunshine Newspapers. That's available for you to pick up and peruse. A very interesting read. We were sitting down and waiting for the Attorney General and for justice to take its course, and waiting to see what happens coming out of the Lifesport situation. But Justice Mira Dean Amor ruling that the Finance Ministry audit of Lifesport was unfairly completed is what brought this right back up. And Mr. Warner was in a position right in the belly of the beast, as a manner of speaking, and knows exactly what took place. So in the heart of things, some would prefer that I say. I must ask you, sir, to give me the details of how this corruption was done in Lifesport.
I don't have all the details because I said in a small clique, and I was kept outside of that.
You were not part of it.
All I know is that checks were cut left, right, and center, paid to ghost companies, companies that were not even VAT registered. Some of them had names as Dustbin Terrier and all these kinds of things and so on.
How the fuck did that happen?
Laughable. In fact, I recall a company in Tobago was paid for cutting grass in Carapo and in Point Forte. So I asked the question in Parliament. I said this company came from Tobago.
Sorry about that. I couldn't figure out why this shit wasn't showing.
Carapo, went to cut Point Forte and then put it back on the plane.
All right,
back to
I'm
Tobago.
back. Sorry about that.
$375,000.
Technical difficulties.
All these things. I call companies. I call figures. In fact, my political leader, Mrs. Rika Remchit from the ILP, she also had a program recently, and she also spoke about these figures and these companies. So the facts are there, the documents are there, and one has to commend Captain Gary Griffith for being brave enough to go after this and to reveal it.
So Gary Griffith was the person that first revealed the Lifesport scandal. What the hell happened to Gary Griffith now? What the hell happened to Jack Warner now? Here he is speaking out against one of the biggest scandals. You know what?
A person would have cowed and bowed down.
This is,
but
you know what?
Went after them.
This is why I think this man is going to get pardoned. Jack Warner going to get his pardon soon.
And of course, well, he to pay a price eventually.
So he holds your respect.
I mean, highly, very highly. In fact, it's because of him, in a sense, this whole thing is where it is today.
The ministers were not detected. People saying, you were saying there was not a question of detected. There was of detection. There was a case of a wink and a nod. Everybody knew what was going on. Is that your?
That is correct. Everybody in this small clique inside the cabinet. And let me tell you something. In this cabinet, you had people who had silk, SC. And as a friend told me just now, they shouldn't have given silk. They should be given cotton. Because how could you be an SC?
Listen.
Silk. And these things pass over your eyes.
Listen.
You knew the procedure.
How proficient was this man? Like, you know, doesn't his words apply to today with this whole silk and the SC and getting? Oh my God! Listen to this video, man. This video was taken some years ago. I think what year was this? I don't know.
They shouldn't have given silk, should be given cotton. Because how could you be an SC, silk, and these things pass over your eyes?
You knew the procedural law. You said, listen, guys, this is not happening.
I said so.
But the people, and there's a whole lot of attorneys, you're quite right about that. I'm going to leave Life Sport, as a total package as something that I will be patient on. But I do want to ask you, I don't think I'm leaving it. I'm going to take a component of it out.
I hope do you leave Life Sport this morning? The country doesn't leave it. I really hope so.
That's right.
We're in 2025 now, people.
Appearing on the UNC platform last Monday, Anil Roberts said, May hours after the ruling, I am back. Now, as I understand it, and you may want to educate me, I'm a little slow on Sunday mornings. These things like an appearance does not just happen within hours of a ruling from the court. These are...
All right, let's pause for a second. Welcome everyone to the Slimy Show. Welcome Val Bowen. Welcome Fearless Warrior Network. Welcome Caribbean Soul, you fucking troll. Welcome Ricardo. Welcome Alicia Almanderoche. You español, Alicia. Te habla español. Alicia Almanderoche. Or is that French? I don't know. Welcome to the Slimy Show, broadcasting on five platforms tonight. The Workers' Right 868 platform on Facebook, the Workers' Right 868 platform on YouTube, the Slimy Show on YouTube. You guys need to go actually like my show or subscribe and follow to me. Kindly go over there, hit the like button, hit the follow button, because you're going to get more content over there directly from me, as opposed to what you would get on the Workers' Right platform, because I'm actually leasing. You know what? Let me not say that. We're partnered with the Workers' Right 868 platform, but the premium content will be on the Slimy Show. We're also broadcasting on Twitch. I don't know the name, but we're on Twitch, Caribbean Politics. Just look it up. We're also broadcasting on X, the first and the only Caribbean-focused broadcaster on the X platform. Look me up. Just type in Caribbean Politics. I pop right up in the videos. So you guys like and follow the Workers' Right platform. We are looking for volunteers. We need people, patriots, true patriots of Trinidad and Tobago. Over here we're not UNC or PNM. We are Trinis. We are focused on the workers. The workers. If you are a worker, if you work, if you have a job, you are my friend. Caribbean Soul partner. I hear your wife leave you. Come over to my team. Everything is better over here. We will take care of you. We have a nice community that we're going to grow and foster. Caribbean Soul. Even you are welcome over to the Slimy Show. You're a Trini, even though you're bald head, even though you look like Professor Platypus on the on that Platypus show. My brother, I still love you. Welcome. Thank you for viewing. So back to Jack Warner. So the main focus I want you guys to focus on with what Jack Warner was saying is this corruption scandal with the Lifesports wasn't just limited to Anil Roberts. The whole entire UNC cabinet was involved in the life sport, and it went all the way up to the top. That is what this is not me saying this. This is Jack Warner saying this in this interview. That's why I'm playing it for you. So let's get back to him.
It is not unusual for them to know about a verdict in advance. It's not unusual. We have some very crafty people here at the highest level of the legal.
They're no trolls. They're only trainees. They're only trainees. You know, trainees that want to have fun. Trainees that are doing their job. Trainees that are doing what they're paid for. We're all trainees over here. Forget Caribbean Soul. Leave him alone. He's a brother. He's just doing his job. He's doing what he's paid to do. So don't get vexed for the man at the way how he makes his money. Okay? He has to feed his family because I hear his wife left him. According to Fearless. This is not me saying this. This is just a legend, okay? Anyway, back to Jack Warner. So this was an interview conducted years ago when Jack Warner was on the right side, on the good side. I don't know what happened to Jack Warner these days, but anyway, maybe he's getting old and he's tired of fighting. He's tired of seeing evil winning, kind of like Eric Williams, because this is the issue that Eric Williams faced when he was the leader of the country. He could not control the members in his government, and after the 1972 protests, he just literally gave up and let those corrupt individuals just do what they want. So he had a good vision, Eric Williams, but he let the people around him corrupt him. The difference between that and this party now is the actual fish is rotten at the top. So this Lifesports scandal, when it was eventually exposed by Gary Griffith, the fall guy had to be Anil, right? So Anil takes the heat. Anil takes the blame for everybody, whatever. As you're seeing, nothing can touch Anil. He can go crash his car and kill citizens, and nothing happened of that. But yet still, this man is in our faces every day, being paraded around. I told you guys about the value of compromised politicians earlier, right? Go back and rewind and listen to that if you didn't hear it before.
And they can know about it. And therefore, I'm not surprised that many hours after he appeared. What I'm surprised about is that he was able, that he appeared at all. Because here you had the political leader of the UNC, Silk, not Cotton, Silk they say, knowing that of course, nowhere at all he's vindicated, put him on a platform, galleries to the nation, promises to put him in the Senate, with total abandonment for respect for the people, the integrity of this community and so on. I mean, what is wrong? Really, something has to be wrong.
Yes.
Something has to be wrong. And there's not a single person who was on that stage or who in her cabinet or who in her executive who could tell her, Madam Opposition Leader, Madam Political Leader, what you.
Well, one of the things that I find really amazing
hear that?
the former Minister of Finance in the PP government, the Caroni East Representative Bo Tiwari, calls it ill-advised and precipitous. He said the UNC must convince the country that it stands for something. The former Trade Minister Stephen Caddy said Roberts was tarnished, and the opposition leader showed no right to be political leader or prime minister as a result of that.
Well, that's the first correct thing Kelly said in 5 years. so I saw it too. I wanted to commend him. He was bang on target. Botiwari is speaking now from the position of a safe seat given to him. So he said that for the next 5 years he's okay and she can't do anything. Had it been different, he wouldn't say a word either. You look at the guy from St. Augustine, Prakash Ramada, you get in trouble to know what he has said. Up to know what he has said as leader of the COP.
Yes.
As part of the partnership, what has he really said?
Well, Maharaj, I know who is errands of Anil Roberts on the platform. Tell us about Anil Roberts and why you don't think he is fit to be where he is.
Look, listen. Oh God. Please listen to this. Oh God. Listen to this. This video is old, right? This video. Let's find out when this video was taken. Come on, load up. What I need? You know what? I think I'll bump up my internet speed. I need gigabit speed, man. This is unacceptable. Holy shit! This video 9 years ago. Are you shitting me right now? God. So I need. So oh my God. Oh my God. This video was made 9 years ago, Olia. I get by the court, but he was not cleared in the slime. Okay, so we are going to dig into this whole life sports scandal, and if you are inside, if you have tips, go to the Workers Right 868 website, workersright868.com/tips. Send me any tips, any old tips, or any points you would like me to consider with this whole life sports thing. I got a few today. I actually have some names to call. God, where's my organizational chart? I'll present that all for you after this video. So it's going to be long. So like I said, get your popcorn, get your drink, sit down, relax. You know, my voice will actually put you to sleep. So put me on your TV. Just sit back and learn and absorb this information. What we have here. Because we're going to go through again this whole life sport thing. We're going to go through Arnold Roberts. We're going to go through his public life. We're going to go through this accident he had to go where it is contacted me and told me that this whole thing with Arnold Roberts, what's the note? It was a guy that worked at one of the corporations. Excuse me. Yes, let's say it. He killed in through the actions of Anil Roberts. One of our citizens' lives was taken away in that car accident. So it's legitimate to say he killed him, right? Because whatever. Blah, blah, blah. And no one has heard anything about that accident investigation since it happened. So is Mr. Anil Roberts Mr. Untouchable? What? Why does he get to do all of this stuff? Where's the notes that I took? Someone gave me a tip. I can't find it. But from what I heard, it is alleged people that he ran a light, got into this accident, killed someone like a regular citizen, and the family of the citizen is looking for justice, but they can't find justice because they're just a regular man. They're not no politician in no high place that gets away from even avoiding even a scrutiny of TTPS. What happened with the breathalyzer? Was the breathalyzer taken on that night? Where are the results for the breathalyzer test on Mr. Roberts? Because the life of a Trinidadian was taken. And is Arnold Roberts still driving these days? Does he have a chauffeur at this point? Or Justin Eustace Luther Roberts is? Because Mr. Arnold Roberts, the Honorable, is saying that he has nothing to do with this fraud, that he didn't know what was going on, and he had nothing to do with it, and the court cleared him. But you know what? Like I said before, the court of Slimy has not cleared him, and I have some questions to ask. So, Alistair Eustace Luther Roberts is the father of Mr. Anil Roberts, and Mr. Allison Eustace Luther Roberts was the lawyer who incorporated E-Beam International in 2007. E-Beam International got away with $34 million for work that was just not provided. So the citizens, you, me, everybody else, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago gave E-Beam International $34 million, and we got nothing in return for that. And this company was founded by Anil Roberts' father. But Anil Roberts don't know nothing about how nothing happened, about how nothing went on, or what went on, or who get money, or whatever. But I have some revelations for you guys. But let's finish up. So the whole purpose of me playing this video with let's call him Mr. Ballhead, is because he was doing the right thing back then, and he actually revealed some of the stuff with Lifesport that is very pertinent to us today.
Where in the world can this ever happen? And people are laughing at this country. And people here in this country are catching their
What was the corruption index?
No work was done and he was
not
paid.
Of Trinidad when this was happening.
And what is even more painful is the guy up to now has shown no sense of remorse.
No remorse.
You have said, if you want to sue me, sue me.
Sue me?
Because you said comfortable on what you're presenting here this morning.
Oh, very. You see, if
Mr. Jack Warner, if anybody sues me, please contact me. Olha. Don't come for me. Don't sue me. Please.
Them in the court to raise this matter. I'll be glad.
Well, Jack Warner is our guest this morning.
Or if you do choose to sue me, Jack Warner, please get in contact with me. Go to workersright868.com/tips. Give me some tips on how to beat this case. Thank you.
When a fish starts to rot, it begins at the head.
You listen? You hear that?
No more needs to be said. Do you anticipate very soon? Well, Jack Warner is our guest this morning. How deep, you say this will go deep and people will be surprised. How deep do you believe this will go, sir?
Well, let me just tell you. My grandmother always told me, when a fish starts to rot, it begins at the head.
No more needs.
Did Jack Warner just implicate Kamla Prasad Besessa in the Lifesports scandal? Dun dun dun. Where's my sound effects? Actually, I closed down all my sound effects as my computer was acting up. I'll get it for you next time, guys, in the edit.
To be said, do you anticipate very soon we will see charges, or are you, like many folks seem to say, no matter how I turn and remind folks that we've got to make a start somewhere, and I speak of my optimism that something will be done, it seems as though a resignation in Trinidad and Tobago, that nothing will come of it. Are you as optimistic as I am, or do you share that pessimism?
I must confess,
9 years later, I'm a little pessimistic right now.
I've seen no signs of any kind by this present government wishing to go after those miscreants who robbed this country. It seems as if the relevant departments and ministries.
I know the witness didn't just appear out of nowhere. The witness came wrong since 2013.
Had all the evidence, all the facts, all the statements, and now you're in government, you have become comatose.
But I do have to ask this question of you, and I know at the earliest opportunity I will direct it at the parties of the present government, but I must ask you this. Folks say it is one thing to have suspicion and a lot of reports coming at you, but when you're ready to take this to court, you must have documented proof. Saying it is no longer he say, she say, he suspect, and I know this one who got so and so, but you've got to have your T's crossed and your I's dotted before you go there and make a case that falls apart really quickly.
That might have been so, and that might have impressed me if I did not have examples of investigations taking 3 and 4 and 5 years. Where is Prison Gate? Where is Email Gate? Where is Annan Gate? And so on, and this goes on. And therefore, I'm saying that is an excuse, because if you want to really press a case, it doesn't take you 15 months to find evidence.
Jack Warner is my guest. We have led up thus far to where we are with Lifesport. He says a lot of buildings will come down. This goes very deep, and the rotting fish starts at the head. We will see about that. I do want to get with you, sir, in the area of gentleman you're very familiar with, because he said to the Prime Minister on his birthday, I am back and I am your present. My guest is Mr. Jack Warner, who is the founder of Sunshine Newspapers. That's available for you to pick up and peruse. Usually very interesting read. We were sitting down and waiting for the Attorney General and for Justice to take his course on, waiting to see what happens coming out of the Lifesport situation. But Justice Mira Dean Amor ruling that the Finance Ministry audit of Lifesport was unfairly completed is what brought this right back up. And Mr. Warner was in a position right in the belly of the beast, as a manner of speaking, and knows exactly what took place. So in the heart of things, some would prefer that I say. I must ask you, sir, to give me the details of how this corruption was done in Lifesport.
I don't have all the details because I said it's a small creek, and I was kept outside of that.
You were not part of it.
No. All I know is that checks were cut left, right, and center, paid to ghost companies that were not even VAT registered. Some of them had names as Dustbin Terrier and all these kinds of things and so on. I mean, names are laughable. In fact, I recall a company in Tobago was paid for cutting grass in Carapo and in Point Fortin. So I asked the question in Parliament. I said this company came from Tobago, jumped on a plane, came with his waka, cut Carapo, cut Point Fortin, and then put the waka on the plane and went back to Tobago. Paid them $375,000. When in Parliament, I raised all these things. I call companies, I call figures.
All right, I'm back.
My political leader, Mrs. Rika Remchit, from the ILP, she also had a program recently, and she also spoke about these figures and these companies. So the facts are there, the documents are there, and one has to commend Captain Gary Griffith for being brave enough to go after this and to reveal it. Many a person would have cowed and bowed down, but he went after them, and of course, he to pay a price eventually.
So he holds your respect.
Highly, very highly. In fact, it's because of him, in a sense, this whole thing is where it is today.
The ministers were not detected. People saying, you were saying there was not a question of detected. There was of detection. There was a case of a wink and a nod. Everybody knew what was going on. That is correct.
You hear that?
Small clique inside the cabinet.
Everybody knew what was going on.
You had people who had silk.
So this Lifesport scandal is not just limited to Anil Roberts. Everybody knew what was going on. Everybody was getting paid.
You knew the procedural law. You said, listen, guys, this is not happening.
I said so.
But the people, and there's a whole lot of attorneys, you're quite right about that. I'm going to leave Lifesport, as a total package, as something that I will be patient on. But I do want to ask you, I don't think I'm leaving it. I'm going to take a component of it out.
I hope, do you leave Lifesport this morning? The country doesn't leave it. I really hope so.
That's right.
The country left it.
We're not leaving it at all. Appearing on the UNC platform last Monday, Anil Roberts said, "Mere hours after the ruling, I am back." Now, as I understand it, and you may want to educate me, I'm a little slow on Sunday mornings. These things like an appearance does not just happen within hours of a ruling from the court. These are things that you plan. Did they know something about the verdict that we did not know?
It's quite
Trinidad is ultimately corrupt.
In advance. It's not unusual. We have some very crafty people here at the highest level of the legal bar, so to speak, and they can know about it. And therefore, I'm not surprised that mere hours after he appeared. What I'm surprised about is that he was able, that he appeared at all. Because here you had the political leader of the UNC, Silk, not Cotton, Silk they say, knowing that of course
he's saying that, not me.
He's vindicated, put him on a platform. Galleries to the nation, promises to put him in the Senate. With total abandonment for respect for the people, the integrity of this community and so on. I mean, what is wrong? Really, something has to be wrong.
Yes.
Something has to be wrong. And there's not a single person.
This is 9 years ago, and you guys put this woman back in charge again.
Madam Opposition Leader, Madam Political
Please
Leader,
stop doing that.
is not right.
Please stop doing
that.
that.
What I find really amazing is that the former Minister of Finance in the PP government, the Caroni East Representative Bo Tiwari, calls it ill-advised and precipitous. He said the UNC must convince the country that it stands for something. The former Trade Minister Stephen Cadiz said Roberts was tarnished, and the opposition leader showed her judgment is totally off, and she had no right to be political leader or prime minister as a result of that.
Well, that's the first correct thing Kelly said in 5 years. so I saw him too. I wanted to commend him.
I have an allegedly pregnant woman in the bed, and she's trying to sleep. And she says I'm making noise. What should I do, guys?
He feel that for the next 5 years, he's okay and she can't do anything. Had it been different, he wouldn't say a word either.
I don't know who she's pregnant for.
Up to what he has said, as leader of the COP.
Oh shit!
As part of the partnership.
She tell me to stop shouting.
Well, Maharaj, I know
this is disturbing the babe.
COP also condemned the appearance of Anil Robertson. Tell us about Anil Robertson. Why you don't think he is fit to be where he is?
Look,
listen to this.
Was my friend, hard worker. When he used to be on another station daily attacking the government, I joined him in that as well. But I never thought that the very same thing that he attacked, the very same level of dishonesty and lack of integrity in the government that he attacked, I never thought that one day he would have found himself subsumed in that. And I'm saying therefore that until that perception is removed, right, until you have proven yourself, you stay quiet.
Everyone is still innocent until proven guilty.
Stay quiet.
But until such a time,
stay quiet and let the law take its course.
Yes.
You don't come out and behave and you are going after Rowley and the PNM and I mean you behaving as if of course you have won the matter. You haven't won it. You have not won the matter.
And that seems to have been, even before I returned to Trinidad, looking in, that seems to be the modus operandi.
Understand that.
Trump-like, that folks are saying what you're getting when you hear the toilet flush is water from Wassa and not from the toilet. They always try to tell you what you're getting is different from what you know you're getting.
That is correct. That is very correct. Very correct. And I don't know how much lower can politics in this country go. I really don't know. A
lot of folks are kind of wholesome optimism that
Jack went there.
These corrupt practices, these alleged corrupt practices, the misdeeds that they have seen will come to before a court at some point. How optimistic are you about that? In general, the Lifesport included, but many others.
I think Lifesport may come. I don't think many others will. I think these guys are laughing all the way to the bank. I think they believe that they have tricked the nation, they have caught us. I believe that some people are saying, rightly or wrongly, that the PM government is saying it's their time now, and therefore it's a tit for tat situation. I look on and wait and see.
Well, move along and talk on the street is very easy. So, sure. You know, we take that with a grain of salt. I want to take you to one of the ministries that you led, which is Works.
Yes.
There's the feeling that a lot of corruption happened, and we are still paying for, and folks are not called to account for the corruption in Wassa itself. Speak to that, if you will, sir. About a lot of contracts being issued, a lot of favored contractees, and they were always there to get paid first. Some of the allegations being made.
Wassa has been corrupt from inception. And this is not any enlightening news to anybody. And successive ministers are aware of it, and they added to it. And therefore, what Wassa is today, merged as today, is what has been happening over the years. And therefore, what I'm saying is, you reap what.
This is 9 years ago, guys. This video was taken 9 years ago.
At one point in time, Wassa sent home 4,700 workers, or thereabouts. Wassa gave about 700 VSEP and sent them home.
It's a studio.
Less than 1 year later.
You hear her yelling at me in the background, Alicia?
What are you saying?
Yo, pregnant women are the fucking worst, yo.
People tell you
I'm about to tell her to go home.
But Mr. Warner, how did you fight against that? What initiated you in?
I'm live,
your
nigga.
tenure there to reverse that course of quote unquote corruption?
Wasa never came under me as minister. I'm Minister of Works and Transport. It came under public utility.
Alicia Alman de Roche. I did it in Spanish before.
But I'm saying what
France, Le Français.
knew of Wasa, then everyone knew. And therefore it was no secret. And therefore it was not I had to do. It was public knowledge. Wasa, like so many others, it was public knowledge.
One of the areas that has caused the greatest disquiet among the general public is not only live sport, but the series of things. It is also not limited to something that you commented, and I think it was in 2013. I want to move a little into the area of something you looked at, which is in the judiciary, with the question of the force on remand. You said it is inhumane.
All right, let's keep the audio playing in the background. I want to try to switch to something else.
Having access to justice, you were speaking of the remand yard. During your time there, was anything done to ease that situation?
No, I can't do it. I want to... Actually, what I did, using artificial intelligence, I actually asked the AI to build me an organizational chart for the Lifesports scandal. You know, like when you go in those detective movies, you would see like a head at the top, and then you will see like strings to different people or whatever. So, well, I actually did build it. Like at the top, there's it shows the government, the cabinet with the 440 million allocation. Then it comes down to the Ministry of Sport, headed by Anil Roberts, and then he had oh, let me show this to you actually. Oh, let me show this to you. So with AI, with Grok, you can actually present it with documents, and Grok can actually, let's say you don't want to read through the whole freaking article, you can say, hey Grok, take this web page, summarize it for me, and it'll do it. So I asked Grok, and this is the artificial intelligence, not me, right? Should I do this now? Do a deep analysis on the article at so-and-so Trinidad Express. Use all available sources to identify the person's name in that article. And Grok came back with 2 names for me. Stay tuned for those names. Like and subscribe. Let's continue with the video with let's hope I didn't skip past it. I'm getting bored of him. Yeah,
The cabinet.
This is a whole 15 minutes. No, I can't go through this whole shit. So let me just summarize everything in this video with Mr. Warner. He basically said Kamala Prasad Bissessa knew about the Lifesports scandal, and everybody, her entire cabinet, all of the ministers in her cabinet knew about the Lifesports scandal, and they were all involved. They were all complicit. And Anil Roberts is the fall guy, because all of this money was funneled through his ministry. He is the fall guy for right now, while everybody gets off the hook. So the case against Anil Roberts is not closed. It is just it was like dismissed on a technicality. It can be reopened at any time. So my question to the TTPS is, why hasn't it been reopened? What is going on? So here we go. I wonder if you can see this. So the way the Lifesports scandal went, the organizational chart, it went from the cabinet to the ministry to the Lifesport committee, the Sport TT, and then from there distributed to the centers. So once again, the money starts at the top, $440 million, starts at the cabinet, was approved by the corrupt cabinet, because remember, if you had read the last article that came out last Sunday, it said after he was given this $34 million, it was an entire scam. First, I think the initial payment or the initial assessment was $24 million or something like that, or 11 million for 2 years. No, 11 million for 1 year, 4 million like that for the second year. Then he came back and revised it without adding any extra features or whatever. He revised the fees from 11 million in the first year to 11 million in the second year. The cabinet approved that allocation, that budget allocations. The cabinet approved this. So from the cabinet, it went to the Ministry of Sport. From the Ministry of Sport, it went to Lifesports Committee, which consists of a committee of 13 board members. Then from there, it went on to Sport TT, and then from there, any money left over that was left over from them Tiffin. And part of this, part of what blew this up is because the centers wasn't getting any money. And I think the guys at Rasta City had went and complained and went and gunbutt this guy, the main guy. Let's show you his picture right now. Because they were worried about the money that was not coming to them. So Rasta City, they had a some kind of meeting in the stadium. What's going on? Yes, this guy, Mr. Adolphus Daniel. So Adolphus got gunbutt by someone from Rasta City because they wanted to know why we're not getting our money. So Adolphus then went back to the main witness, which is this lady here. What is her name? Frick, I forget. Let's go back. You know what? Let's actually read the article that came out in the Express today, because I'm getting kind of like loose on the facts a little bit. Okay. Nope, that's not it. This Express article. Ruth Marchand, that's the witness. I gotta write that. Let me write that down on a slide. So Ruth Marchand, she was actually in the Lifesports ministry. She was the head of some department. I'll read it to you after. So she got $1 million from the $8 million kickback payments that was fraudulently approved by the parliament. Remember, after he got his initial money, he came back after the whole gun butt situation and asked for an additional $8 million for a technology component. After he disappeared, the $8 million still was presented to Parliament, and the cap approved that payment. You understanding me? The cabinet approved that payment of $8 million, and since Adolphus was not available to distribute, what was decided is a group of 8 of them got together and they split the $8 million, $1 million for each person. So one of the person that received the $8 million was Ruth Marchand. She went and invested in some kind of condo. She bought a condo for $1 million or something like that, and then resold it after for cash. The fraud, the level of fraud that was going on, the level of fraud that Mr. Roberts was in charge is astounding, and how this is not spoken about every day. How does even Anil Roberts still have a YouTube platform where he can go on and actually still preach to the people like he's some kind of savior to the country, like he's some kind of warrior for the poor, when he scammed us out of $440 million, and you people put him and elevate him on his platform instead of every day when he leave a message you're cussing him like I do, because I will go after every time he leaves a message on the Doubles and Coffee, I will go into the comments and leave some kind of nasty cuss for the man. Why are you people going on there and supporting this nonsense? This man who stole from you, who literally, like, when you go to the grocery and you're wondering why the shit costs so much, it's because of this man, because all of that money, that is how it is extracted from you as a citizen. All of this it is taken back from taxes, from the increased taxes, from all the fraud and all the money that these guys spent and stole from you. All right, so where's the article from for today? Hold on. I'm going to read the article that the Express did for today. I have to find it. I'm going for 3 hours, guys. Thank you for still being with me. I know it's getting late. Sunday night, you guys gotta go get ready for work, do the grind, all out. Thank you for being here. Like and subscribe. Share it with friends. If you know a Vinci person, share this to the Vinci friend, because this live stream tonight was mostly focused on the Vincentians, my brothers over there in St Vincent. Alright, I'm trying to find the article for you. Not this point. God bless you. Alright, let's read it from Grok. Article published by the Trinidad Express on November 16, 2025, which was yesterday now, provides a riveting insider account of brazen $8 million fraud within Trinidad and Tobago Lifesports program. This is the it's a little deceptive in the writing. The $8 million payment after. This is the section where they distributed that $8 million at the end. A youth intervention initiative launched in 2010 under the People's Partnership UNC-led government, drawing from a leaked 65 notarized witness statement by Ruth Marchand, dated July 2013, in a confidential police dossier obtained by TV6 and the Express. It exposes not just the mechanics of the heist, but a culture of systemic corruption, bid rigging, and personal enrichment that permeated the Ministry of Sport and its affiliates. This $8 million scheme was a subset of a larger $440 million Lifesport ripoff, as detailed in a companion piece. But the article zooms in on the technology component fraud, portraying it as a desperate gang-like conspiracy triggered by the disappearance of a key contractor, which was the... Where's this picture? Adolphus Daniel. This guy right here. So after he disappeared, the UNC government had $8 million to play around with, and they had to figure out how to distribute this to the people. So Lifesport budgeted at $440,666,381 and approved by cabinet aimed to stay at risk youth towards sports and skill training to curb crime. Instead, it became a vehicle for graft, with orders later revealing procurement breaches, equipment theft, supplier fraud. The program's abrupt shutdown in July 2014 by then Prime Minister Kamla Persad Bissessa followed explosive media expose and a Central Audit Committee report, but criminal prosecutions have lagged. A point of ongoing frustration in public discourse. The article's narrative, laced with Marchand's vivid quotes, example, "We weren't seeing Daniel, so we thought he had gone," reads like a crime thriller, highlighting how officials mimicked gang practices to evade detection. No emails, backdoor meetings with doors ajar for plausible deniability, and cash-stuffed brown envelopes. The core scheme, mechanics, a masterclass in bureaucratic theft. The $8 million was earmarked for a technology upgrade in Lifesports literacy and numeracy modules. But after contractor Adolphus Daniel vanished, after threats, like I told you guys at the stadium where the Rasta City went and gun-butt him and asked him where the fuck my money is. So then he came back and pulled a gun and put the gun in Ruth Marchand's face and threatened her and asked her if she was the one who went and snitched to Rasta City on why they're not getting their money. So after he pulled the gun on Ruth Marchand's face, he disappeared. Alright? So anyway, going on reading this thing. This is not the article, but this is like a summary of the article by Grok, where I asked Grok to tell me some names of some people. Bid rigging and ghost companies, 6 shell firms. Some registered merely days before. You hear that? So one of the ways one of these 8 people figured out how to steal money from you was they would take the money that was allocated, the $8 million, they would form a company and then allocate that money to the company. So that's what it says right here. So some registered just days before were deployed as fronts, often using family or associates. Quotes were fabricated to ensure the lowest bidder, a ringer, won, with 10% commissions retained by fronts and 90% kickback in cash. Wow. Invoices passed by Central Tenders Board using automated clearinghouse payments and internal memos for sub $1 million releases. So what that basically means is for bills under $1 million, say you're a contractor, understand that? That is what a kickback is. So the politician gives a contractor $1 million. The contractor does nothing, takes $100,000 just for accepting the contract and putting their company at risk or to being exposed or whatever. Then the contractor, forgetting that contract, then gives the politician $900,000. That is a kickback. Okay, bid rigging is something else. So let's say the supposed to do is it's supposed lowest bid usually wins. So with bid rigging, when they submit like a their guy. So when everybody submits their bids or whatever, and let's say the lowest bid from the bid submitted was $10 million, the politician would then go back to their guy and say, hey, the lowest bid is $10 million. Why don't you submit a bid for $9 million? So then the dirty contractor then submits that bid for $90 million and he wins it. That is bid rigging. So bid rigging, ghost companies, all of this was happening in the Lifesport scandal. Who the front man for was Anil Roberts. So he took the blame, he took the heat for all of the other members. So everybody gives him a pass. So when he do stupid shit like, I don't know, crash his car and kill somebody, oh, you get a pass. It's okay, cool. We didn't see that. Or stall the investigation for 10 years, and when the family get tired, they go their way or whatever. It just happened. It's happened. You know, they're just a poor, simple man. What can they do, right? So they will stall and delay the investigation, and justice is not served on to the people. Evasion tactics. Let me just double check this to see. I'm showing you that. So evasion tactics. Approvals were siloed among a core group to judge auditors. An attempt to scapegoat Winston Cooper, Lifesport director, by forcing his sign-off on invoices failed when he refused, costing him his contract renewal. Funds were laundered via condos, example Marchand's share, funneled through a sole property to a colleague's daughter, and personal splurges like weddings and boats. Scale and impact. The highest compounded Daniels prior $34 million siphoning off for undelivered work by May 2013. No deliverables materialize. Pure ghost construction, meaning Marchand got $8 million to provide tutorial services for the youth of Trinidad and Tobago. Like he was supposed to do tutorials, training on maths and English and all this stuff. He was the one that was contracted to provide these services for these centers. He took the money and never provided anything. And Adolphus Daniel, his company, was incorporated by Anil Roberts' father. The actual citizens that they were supposed to help, the youth, the affected youth of the country. The frauds or exploiting procurement while officials partied on the proceeds. Marchand's statement given to the TTPS White Collar Division was a ticking time bomb, leaked over a decade later amid stalled probes, underscoring institutional inertia. Lifesports collapse, it wasn't isolated. Launched under Sports Minister Anil Roberts, who resigned in 2014 amid the probe denying wrongdoing, it unraveled via 2024 audits revealing $1 billion plus in potential misuse across related schemes like EMBD. Wow. That is how much money this government stole from you guys. Artificial intelligence actually knows this shit and you guys don't. As of 2024-2025, police investigations remain active per ACP Kurt Simon, with one suspect cooperating, but no major convictions. Civil suits, however, have advanced. In July 2025, a High Court judge awarded nominal damage against Sport TT's ex-CEO John Mullenteal, and 13 board members for rubber stamping the $34 million E-beam contract, slamming their fiduciary breaches despite ministerial pressures. So you heard that? So Adolphus Daniel, after he got the $34 million and say he wasn't paying it back, was confident in that fact. Or maybe he was just angry because it says right here in the article, Sport TT's CEO John Mullenteal and 13 board members rubber stamped this, meaning the corrupt board members at Lifesports, Sport TT, they all must have gotten a piece of that $34 million payout, right? So let's say everybody gets $1 million. All this money is already distributed, so then now everything comes back onto the main guy, and he's like, no, I'm not paying that shit. That's what I think happened. That's why he was so cocky, and it's like, that money, I'm not giving it back. So anyway, this man passed away. I'm not sure how he died. How did he die? But anyway, Anna Roberts is still out there, guys. Still doing damage to the country. Still embarrassing the country. Still in the UNC government. And like I told you guys before, with an evil government, compromised politicians have value. Because a compromised politician would always look out for his own ass, because he knows that they have something hanging over him, hanging over his head. Because let's just say, suppose this happened. Look at David Lee the other day, right? David Lee went against the UNC government when they told him that they want him to send out mass evictions to HGC. Why does HGC keep getting called in this shit? Woo! Anyway, David Lee refused to send out these mass eviction notices to the people. Big up to David Lee for that. And just because of that act alone, Mr. Lee, you get a pass in my book. You are not evil. But because he did that shit, all of a sudden now you're hearing stuff about David Lee getting recharged. That is how corrupt your government is, and that is the value of a compromised politician, because when they don't do what they are asked to do, they always have that axe hanging over their head. So whatever bullshit that is presented to Anna Roberts, the big great mouthpiece of the UNC, he has to do, because if he don't, he have all this shit hanging over him that is going to drop at any time. Don't you wonder why after all these years, all this time, that Anna Roberts still hasn't faced any justice, either from the courts or from the people? Why do you people still support this man? Why are you still on his doubles? I used to be actually, at one point in time when I was learning about Trinidad and Tobago politics, I used to actually listen to him talk. But this is when he was in opposition. And when you're an opposition member, just about anything you say against the government, it makes sense to people that's listening to you. But now that he's actually in charge in government, listening to his channel is almost revolting. Alright, so let's start naming some names now. Because I'm getting vexed. Public, and this is not me saying this, people. This is just me reading from public documents, okay? Don't come sue me. Okay? Don't sue me. Alright. So let's start naming names. So out of that $8 million that was distributed, it was distributed to 8 people. 8 people got $1 million each from that payment. We can name one person, Ruth Marchand. she admitted that she took $1 million and put it into a condo. That was what was revealed in the Express article that came out today. Right? So now we're getting to the second person, guys. We're going to go to the second person, and we're going to name the name of that second person that got $1 million. $1 million that was not named in the Express article, but we are going to name them here on the Slimy Show. Oh, this is so fucking cool. You know what? Yo, you guys, look at it. Look, I don't know if you can see this post. Out of AI Grok is actually linking my account into research into this whole stuff. This is so freaking cool, man. All right, here we go. Let's name some names. Like and subscribe, guys. All of you still viewing with me, all you night owls. Welcome to the Slimy Show. I am Slimy. I'm broadcasting on the Workers' Right 868 platform. Renison is doing that because we're partners now. Like and follow me at the Slimy Show on YouTube if you want to get updated content from me, because I'm going to start doing that now. Content will be posted on my site before it's posted on the Workers' Right platform. So we're broadcasting on 5 platforms. Like and share this video to your friends. I'm losing my voice now. All right, let's wrap up. This article anonymizes most publishers. Example: senior government official, senior Lifesports official, to shield ongoing probes. But Marchand's statement names names in the leak dossier, redacted in publication for legal reasons. Using the article's descriptions, cross-reference with web searches, example Guardian, Newsday, Wired 868, and X-Post, example 2020, example Penny Mafia's 2025 explainer, linking to historical coverage of identified key figures. These draw from court records, audits, and media type-in pseudonyms to real individuals. Roles span enablers, beneficiaries, and whistleblowers. No one from the $8 million core has been criminally convicted as of November 2025. Alright, so the first person named was Adolphus Daniel. We already know him. He was the primary contractor and beneficiary. So he pocketed $34 million for undelivered tech literacy work by May 2013. He demanded $8 million more, threatened Ruth Marchand at her office and Hazy Crawford Stadium meeting, vanished post-confrontation, prompting the heist. Deceased per 2024 CNC 2023 report, vowed to keep funds in 2014, claiming he fought corruption, central to $34 million Sport TT civil suit. So Adolphus Daniel was the first person named. The second person named from the Trinidad and Tobago Express article, from artificial intelligence digging and doing the analysis, was Ruth Marchand. We already know that because she admitted to that. She handled budgets, paperwork, devised so she was the one who devised how to split the $8 million among themselves after Daniel disappeared. She is now in witness protection. Winston Cooper, Lifesports director, hired in 2013. Ex-police commissioner, targeted as fall guy for invoice sign-offs, refused, leading to contract non-renewal, not implicating in fraud, portrayed as integrity check. So Winston Cooper is a good guy. Anil Roberts, Minister of Sport 2010 to 2014. Anil Roberts oversaw Lifesports, resigned August 2014 amidst audits probe denying involvement. Article implies ministerial pressure enables schemes. 2025 Express notes his silence on leaks. Ex post example Express Updates 2016 poll public on prosecutions under his watch. It named also John Molentiel, John Molentiel approved $34 million e-beam sole source contract. So Molentiel was the person that approved this whole $34 million fraud. It doesn't say how much money he got or if he was actually involved in this $8 million stuff. But why is this the AI giving me his name? But anyway, I'm just reading from the AI, guys. I'm not accusing any of these individuals of any kind of fraud. Dave Bob, no, I'm not accusing you of fraud, Dave Bob. But you're dead now. So Dave Bob, Lifesports official, deceased, aware of kickback practices via female friends fronts. No direct $8 million rules specified. So Dave Bob, you're clear from this one. So there's Sebastian Paddington, part of a 13-member board, sued civilly 2025, approved flawed contracts under ministerial directives. So what minister was who was the minister that was directing him? Anybody know? What minister of sport was directing Sebastian Paddington to vote in a certain way? Are you guys understanding the significance of board positions now? Are you guys now terrified that you've heard the ground report and all this in social media for the past few months about this scramble to put UNC operatives in board positions? Doesn't that concern you just a little bit now, knowing the level of corruption that board members can get themselves into? So why was this push put out on social media for all, and you hear it up to this day? People blatantly calling into social media programs asking why they haven't been assigned board positions yet. Utter corruption, stink and dirtiness. I've never seen anything like this in my life. So let's continue. I'm not exactly sure why the artificial intelligence named all these names. The one name I was looking for was Mikey K, because he was employed under the Lifesports program, getting $90-something thousand a month. I was actually hoping that the AI would spit out his name, but there's nothing here as yet. Maybe I should dig a little deeper. All right, so here's this right here. In the Express article, it said that one of the people that received the $1 million payout used that $1 million to fund a wedding. Who got married around that time? Anybody know?
Ready to cantar and bailar with you. They send a ver nota, a diplomatic note. Keep you late, no airplane. They say I can't take both.
Persona non grata.
Why you call me that name?
Only the name is Anil Roberts. That's it. That's the whole reveal. Anil Roberts was the man that received the $1 million from the Lifesports scandal out of the whole $8 million. It was Anil. All right. That's the big reveal. It was Anil. Anil got the money, guys. Notes on anonymized figures. Anil got the money. Anil got $1 million from Lifesports. It's right here. The article's senior government official, wedded funded by $1 million, aligns with Anil Roberts' late 2013 marriage. timeline per X Fudgy 88. Senior Lifesport official bid rigging engine room matches Sport TT insiders like Mullen-Tail. I don't know about that. I'm not calling Mullen-Tail name. Mr. Mullen-Tail, if you're out there, please don't sue me. This is all artificial intelligence. I'm just reading what the AI is saying and what the AI put together, because I asked the AI to investigate for me, because I only had a limited amount of time to present this to you guys. Now my pregnant girlfriend is saying she wants to go home. She wants a cab home because I'm talking too loud. all right, baby. Just relax. I'll bring my voice down, okay? So I'm not calling Mullen-Tail's name, but I am calling Anil Roberts' name for the senior government official that received this $1 million from the $8 million split, as exposed in this Trinidad and Tobago Express article. Female friend and husband, 10% fronts and others, former soldier, boat buyer, remain unnamed in sources, likely to protect probes. Sources, blah, 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 blah. Guys, this heist wasn't victimless. It starved the youth programs, fueling the crime it targeted. March-ons protections, hints at risk. Example, the 2020 Tahal. That's Dana C. Tahal. Am I going to get myself in trouble for calling her name? Well, anyway, guys, with this whole big bacchanal that's going on, it wasn't just money that they stole. They actually allegedly killed somebody over this nonsense. So Dana Sitahal. All right, let's just read what the AI says. This heist wasn't victimless. It starved youth programs, fueling the crime it targeted. March-ons protection hints at risk. Example, the 2014 Sitahal killing. 2025 Ramratan murder probes with investigation shelved per 2025. Despite 1 billion plus in losses. The leak reveals calls for justice. Politically, it stains the UNC legacies while PNM faces inaction critiques. As ex-user Rakos noted in November 25, anticipation builds for part 2, potentially naming more. Ultimately, the article indicates a rotten system where evil forbids questioning. Poor penny mafia, demanding reforms in procurement and whistleblower safeguards. Where did AI get this from? Because I don't remember saying any of this in my article. But this is so cool that Grog actually picked up my name to reference in this whole thing. That's cool. So this data here, right here, I used, and I asked Grog to make an organizational chart for me. According to Jack Warner, right? So the Dutty cabinet approved $440 million. God knows how many of those cabinet members set up front corporations to actually gain money from all this. This is one of the most dirtiest evil scams I've ever seen in my life. And this happened in my country. Woof. But anyway, guys, so let's swing back around again to St. Vincent. So ladies and gentlemen, my St. Vincent brothers and sisters, if you actually stayed with me all this time and you listened to all of this stuff about Anil Roberts and the massive amount of fraud that he was involved in our country, and asking yourself, how is this man still in government? And then you should be asking yourself the other question, why is this man talking on politics in my country. So any party that Anil or whatever supports, you go against them. Like I told you guys before, I don't know much about the politics in St. Vincent. I don't know anything about the politics in St. Vincent, but I do know your leader has been a vanguard for CARICOM, and he's not part of the Trini crew that is actually trying to destroy CARICOM. So my people in St. Vincent, stay strong, and I'll be honest with you, economically, things are not going to get better for you anytime soon. No matter which government you elect, things are not going to get better for you economically. I know everyone out there in the Caribbean has hard times, especially now with everything that's going on in the Caribbean. But what you need right now is stability. From my opinion, your government has been one of the ones that's out there maintaining the strength of CARICOM, maintaining the unity that Trinidad and Tobago's government is trying to disrupt. So you people stay strong. Be aware of the mindfuck that's coming for you in the next week. Be aware of their social media. What's the word? Beware of the social media prostitutes that will be coming to your land next week to try to manipulate your heads, to try to manipulate you to vote in a certain way. You do not want a repeat in St. Vincent as to what is happening in Trinidad and Tobago. Don't make me have to come onto this video in 3 months, St. Vincent, and say I told you so, because I told you so. Alright, and that's it for me tonight. I am tired. I want to go to sleep. So let's end this stream. So guys, thank you for coming on tonight. Thank you for viewing me. Like and subscribe to the Slimy Show. Hit me a follow if you enjoyed my content, if you enjoyed my sore throat, if you can still bear through that. Hit me a like and subscribe. So we're broadcasting on the Workers' Right 868 platform. We're broadcasting on the Workers' Right website. That website, I encourage you guys to go take a look at the website. Browse and sign up. We need volunteers. We want to turn this Workers' Right 868 platform into a 24-hour news channel. So we're looking for patriots. If you're a patriot, if you think you can deliver news, if you think you can take pressure for the right? So okay, let me end this. Let me pull this, my last slide for you for the night. Wow. I have 345 slides. Holy shit. So I took my time and actually created 345 slides for you ungrateful motherfuckers. Alright, this is the last one. Alright. Let's bring it up. So guys, thank you. I appreciate you actually taking the time out of your night to join me and to learn and to become a smarter Trinidadian. Let's start uplifting let's start improving the way we look on the international stage. Let's improve the way we conduct ourselves in the chat groups. Let's be more intelligent. Let's be more analytical. Let's be more skeptical of our government. So with that, you guys, I love you. I'll try to come back tomorrow, but I don't know if I can. Like I said, I do this out of actually fear, I would say, because what is actually happening in Trinidad is scaring the shit out of me. You know, looking at you guys, the thought of actually Trinidad getting destroyed really scares and terrifies me. It keeps me up at night. And it's amazing how you guys don't feel the same fear that I do. And you guys live down there. I wish you guys would wake up. Your government is evil. It's not for you. It's never been for you. And it's time to wake up to the world that's been pulled over your eyes. So once again, good night, Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you for viewing. And I would like to end the show with this glorious message by another fellow like-minded journalist, Richard Medhurst.
Fuck Israel all day, every day. Fuck Israel till my last breath. Fuck Israel till I'm in jail or I get shot. Fuck Israel. Fuck Zionism. Fuck you and fuck Israel all day, every day. Fuck Israel till my last breath. All day, every day. Fuck Israel till my last breath. Every day. Fuck Israel till my last breath. Every day. Fuck Israel till my last breath. Fuck Israel till I'm in jail or I get shot. Fuck Israel. Fuck Zionism. Fuck you and fuck you. Fuck Israel. That's it, man. Fuck you. You colonial fucking settlers. Go fuck off back wherever you came from. You murdering psychopath colonizer motherfuckers. Fuck you. Fuck Israel. You will never accept Israel. Fuck you.